Welcome back, everyone, to Virtue's Last Reward. Now, we have made some really good progress in this game, and we are getting really close to finishing it, because we have managed to fill out easily 3/4 of the flowchart here. Now, this also means we're very close to getting all the answers we need as well, which is really good. And what it seems like is this cyan path is the path with the bomb codes. Or at least the bombs themselves, because that's what we found last time. And this ended up being a bad route where we allied and unfortunately got betrayed, and so we died. It didn't go so well. So, what we're going to try this time is we're going to betray and say, yeah, nope, we don't trust you. And that will instead keep us alive. Yep, no ally for you. Because this path is a lot longer, so we're gonna have to see how this one goes. Luna and I stepped out of the A beam.
シグマさん、どうしてですか？裏切りを選ぶなんてフェアじゃない。
Oh yeah, because Alice somehow voted and betrayed.
そう言ってたのに。
There was nothing I could think of to say. Even I didn't really understand why I'd picked betray instead. It had almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that had moved my finger to the betray button against my will. No, it's to save your life. We're not evil, I think. Sure, we go down every path, including the bad ones, but sometimes you just need to do that.
いなくたってわかります。どうなっているかなんて。
Nope, it's not. Not this time. Look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran toward the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
アンビデックス一同。
Alrighty, results time! Every single person betrays. Not one person gains points there. So we're not dead this time. And now we get to question, how did Alice betray? Wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. Now, how can Alice's vote be betray? That's not possible. Why is she all highlighted, though? That's kind of weird. She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move toward us. From around me, I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
やってくれるわね。私が医務室にいたままだったらどうするつもりだったの？この卑怯者。
No! You're the one who kills us.
抗ウイルス薬打ってくれたんでしょ？天明寺さんから聞いたわ。ありがとう。その件についてだけは素直にお礼を言って。
So why would you try to kill us?
でも麻酔薬の効果はまだ。
ええ、切れてないみたいね。おかげで頭はガンガンするし、クラクラとめまいもするし。
Then why are you?
私麻酔薬に対する耐性が人一倍強いの。そういう風に鍛えられてるから。多分ゼロボスはそのこと知ってたのね。ここに拉致されてきた時には普通の人の何倍もの薬が投与されたんだと思う。とにかくそんなわけで私は医務室で目覚めたの。で天明寺さんから事情を聞いて慌ててここに駆けつけたってわけ。
And she must have got here just before the doors closed. You sure that right after we'd gone into the
そう
AV?
ギリギリのタイミングで滑り込んだのよ。あの部屋に。確か締め切り時刻の10秒前のことだったわ。
Okay.
わざわざ裏切りを選ぶためにここへ。
Yeah, there was no need
そ
for
う
you
よ。
to do that.
いけない？
Alice.
実際に来て正解だったじゃない。あなたたちの投票先はもしも私が医務室にとどまったままだったら2点を失ってたことになるん
Really?
だ。
つまり自衛のためだったと。
ええ。
Okay. I can agree with Sigma on this one, honestly. Yeah.
だとしたらなんだっていうの？
That does kill us. Yeah. You don't have an excuse now, Alice.
バカなこと言わないでよ。あなたたちが裏切りを選ぶのは分かってたわ。
No.
だから嘘じゃないわよ。だいたいなんで私ばっかりが責められなきゃいけないわけ？あの結果をよく見なさいよ。殺人未遂を犯した人間なら他に2人もいるじゃない。
Yep. 2 other people as well. They should also be yelled at. Theo, who we already knew was trash. And Phi was doing it himself. See, Phi is also kind of an issue. Because yeah, she was hit betray as well. The only issue there is we all know Dio will never hit the ally button. Ever.
そうよ。ディオが協力を選んでいたらファイは天明寺さんを、ファイが協力を選んでいたらディオはファイを殺すことになってたはず。
Yeah, all 3 of you need to get thrown under the bus there. Theo has no excuse. Phi, I can say was doing it in self-defense.
こんな言い方をするのもなんですが、相手を出し抜いて脱出しようとした人も
The 2 of them also did
四
this.
つ葉さんと K さんです。
Like, come
ど
on.
ちらか一方が協力を選んでいたら、もう一方の BP は必ず Q になっていたはずで。
None of you can be trusted. None of you. I think Phi is the only one. Maybe Tenmyoji. We still don't know on Tenmyoji because he has lowered our BP, but that was also to get Quark out. So on his own, I think he's pretty trustworthy. I turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I hadn't realized that there's only one word all across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. We've probably already all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never going to get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
すみません、シグマさん。少し考えたいことがあります。一人にさせてください。
Hey,
俺も行かせてもらうぜ。
we don't trust Dia
こうい
willingly.
う殺伐とした感じ苦手なんだよ。
Oh, sure, your delicate constitution.
悪いな。
Yeah, right. Nothing about you is delicate,
そ
Dia.
れでは私も。
What?
あ
What was up with that wording? Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dia and Kay quickly followed suit.
ほらね、これが答えよ。結局みんな自分のことだけしか考えてないの。だから私だけを悪者みたいに言わないでくれる？
Yeah, unfortunately,
Ikuwa
that
yo,
is the
Yotsuba.
case.
ちょっと待ってよ、アリス。
See, it looks like Clover is not really wanting to do all this. She seems the
体の
most
方は
reluctant
大丈
ever.
夫なの？本当に心配したんだからね。
I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it. We tried to check on Tenmyoji and Quirk.
みんな行っ
Yep.
てしまいましたね。
Oh, that's right. Luna's the only other trustworthy one. We can trust Luna. She is probably too nice for her own good in this game, especially proven by the fact that she gets killed in pretty much every other route. So,
ええ、
are you sure? I
知
chose
っていま
Betray.
す。でも私はシグマさんのことをきっと手が滑っただけだったんだと思います。
Yeah, she's, for this game specifically, way too optimistic.
そうでしょ？
My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my eyes. Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse.
アンビデックスゲートはなおこれを用いることによ
Okay, so we need to go through the white
星の
doors
カード
next.
キーを使えばどうやらそういうことみたいですね。ところでシグマさん、バングルを見せてもらえないですか？ほら、
Why?
ゼロウサギが
AB ゲートが閉まると同時に
Ah, yes, she's interested in figuring out what the new assignments are. Let's see. Okay, cyan pair,
私は紫色。
magenta pair. Wonder what the others are. They all
確か
wandered
めて
off,
み
so we
ない
don't
と
know.
わからないですね。
We've got about maybe minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So what should we do
みん
now?
なバラバラになってしまいましたね。
Physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out.
何か共通の目的があるといいんですが、
Well, that should have been getting out of
そう
here.
すれば心を一つ
But
にで
apparently
きるような
that's
気が
not
し
the
ま
case.
す。
Something you Yep, we've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose Betray. Including me.
じゃあ敵を見つけるというのはどうでしょう？
Well, that would be Zero.
はい、共通の敵です。例えば2つの爆弾を仕掛けた犯人と
You can figure that out. Yeah, that would unite everyone. Because that's part of the, That's actually part of where the mistrust is coming from. After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the accelerator. Yeah, that might work. We can figure out which one of us planted those bombs and everyone else would work together against them. How do we figure out who it
何か
is?
手がかりはないんですか？
Honestly, my guess right now is Dio, because he had the code for the Zero Bomb. Yeah! We should go look at that! That's right, the memory card! I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
何ですかこれ？
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
の？
Yeah. Don't know what's on it though. Couldn't find any kind of memory card
そ
reader.
うです。それじゃあ手がかりに。
You guys are being idiots.
待ってください。そういえ
Thank
ばこ
you,
れ
Luna.
どこかで見たことが。あ、わかり無室です。リオさんとクオーク君と一緒に医務室を探索した時、あの時
Thank
に
you.
これ、はい。中身を確認することがそこにあったモニター
Let's
に。
go. Finally. Luna and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Pinocchio. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we left him, asleep on the bed.
何しに来たの？
I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card, and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the ladder.
わかったわ。
それじゃあ早速調べてみようよ。
Agreed, Clover,
Sigma.
just stick it in. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. Well, that's not going to help us. What is this?
22文字のアルファベットが6行か。
1行目、3行目、5行目と2行目、4行目、6行目は全く同じ文字でできてるみたいだけど。
And they appear to be the same set of letters as well.
つまり1行目と2行目の繰り返しになっている。うん。
I'm kinda doing a quick scan to see if I see anything that doesn't
で
work.
たらめな文字列とは
Like
思
a
えん。
repeat.
おそらくそうじゃろう。
他にデータはないみた
we
い
need a
です。
pattern.
四つ葉、これを見て何か気づいたことはない？
It could be some sort of
気づいた
cipher.
こと？
研修の時に見たでしょ？これに似たものを。
あ、そっか。これって。
やっとわかったみたいね。
おい、
Uh-huh.
2人だけで納得しとらんで、わしらにも教えんか。
See, Alice is so suspicious right now. She just always died immediately because of the Radical 6. Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
これは多分、とあるテロ組織の暗号表だと思うわ。
テロ組織？
クレイドールズっていう名前の組織。
The Myrmidons. I think that was the group that Dia's a part of. Myrmidon. For some reason, I felt like I'd heard that name before. From Dio.
何なんですか？
In another
その
timeline.
クレイドールズって。
世界を破滅に導こうとしている不穏な集団よ。
そいつらが使っているのが、この暗号表というわけか。
もちろんパターンはいくつもあるけど、これはそのうちの一つだと思うの。
Okay.
じゃあそのクレイドールズのメンバーってことになりますね。
See, that tells us it's either Dio or it was
ええ。
planted.
断言はできないけど、おそらく。
But to be fair, everything else seems to point towards Dio anyways. So. Alright, I've got a ton of questions for you. Let me start with this one. What does it say?
そんなの
I feel
わ
like
からないわよ。
that's the bigger question.
わかるわけないでしょ。解読するためのキーがないんだから。完全にお手上げよ。
四つ葉もか。
アリスがわからないのに私がわかるわけないじゃん。
Alice usually knows more than Clover.
そうか。
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice, Clover, who are you? And why do you know about this code? You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. So what the hell kind of job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do. Even though we sort of already know.
悪いけど、それは言えないわ。
Alice is not gonna fold. Clover will, but Alice will not.
あなたが爆弾を仕掛けた犯人、クレイドールズのメンバーかもしれないからよ。そうじゃないっていう保証なんてどこにもないでしょ。敵に情報を与えるわけにはいかないのよ。
We're not your enemy, Alice. I just want all of us to get out of here. Please, tell us. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. We have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you don't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
ごめんなさい。
Before I could blink, she'd leapt up and run out of the room. Okay. Alice, this is a lot of stuff against you right now. I took off after her. And that's the second time she's run
いつま
away.
でついてくるつもり？
Until you tell me what
だ
you
ったら
know.
四つ葉に聞けばよかったじゃない。あの子が私の仲間だってもう気づいてるんでしょ？
Well,
だったら
yeah. I wanted to hear
な
from
ん
you.
でよ。
We've already heard from Clover. That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. Yes, I'm just curious about you.
何よそれ。
She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red in her cheeks. We walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
憎んでないの？
What? Why?
私はあなたを殺そうとしたの。
You mean in the
Eh.
AB game?
怖かったのよ、とても。突然こんなところに閉じ込められて、わけのわからないゲームをさせられて、爆弾のことだってそう。あれを見つけたとき、冷静に話してたように聞こえたかもしれないけど、本当は怖くて仕方がなかったの。それに輪をかけるようにあのことが重なって。
What do you
ク
mean?
ォークが倒れたって聞いて、みんなで医務室に駆けつけた時のことよ。あの時私、みんなが何を言ってるのか、まるでわからなかったの。
Yep. That's when the virus hit her and started to slow down her processing.
周りのすべての光景が、なんていうか、早送りの映像のように見えて、そのうち自分が誰なのかもわからなくなって。まるで自分が自分じゃないような、そんな感覚にとらわれて。
That was probably the Radical Six.
多分そうだと、その後のことはよく覚えてないけど、とにかく医務室で目覚めた途端、たちまちあの時の恐怖が蘇ってきたの。だから私は一刻も早く脱出したいって、そう思って。
It It was probably Radical 6 wasn't fully cleared from her
あなたが
system.
死ぬかもしれないなんて考えもしなかったわ。あなたが死ぬかどうかなんてどうでもよかったのよ。ほらね、憎いでしょ。殺したくなった？私のこと。
What? Do what?
殺しなさいよ。
No, that's the virus talking again. What the hell else? I'm not gonna kill you. I don't even
嘘
hate
よ
you.。
一歩間違えば死ぬところだったのよ。
You did. But it's fine. We came back. Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. Then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her face, her cheek, and off, taking her tears with it.
どうしてそんな風に優しくしてくれるの？なんだか亡くなった父のことを思い出すわ。
Well, that's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad? Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
私が泣いたこと、四つ葉に黙っててくれる？もしも黙っててくれるなら、口止め料として教えてあげるわ。
I don't think Clover
クレ
will
イドールズ
care.
のことも、それから。
Sure. My lips are sealed. What? Crying? I don't remember any crying.
それじゃあ聞かせてあげるわ。
Alice took a deep breath and began. Looks like we're gonna get the Alice ending now. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the US. My father was a scientist, and his field was cloning. He was recruited by an American lab, which is why we moved. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. But since my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists and had been kidnapped. And the cloning to create DL. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her, as a single mother alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away and in every line of her face I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he had never been taken. Unfortunately, I was an excellent student, did especially well in math, and a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about the decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons, although at the time, that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding. Trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Then, one day, I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. I headed out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV came out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her. And when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I'd expected. They told me that they'd been locked up inside of the very building I'd been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, but I was certain were Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. One of them's here with you? Even if you don't know it. You never actually see Santa again, which is kind of sad. I like this character. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate them. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had instigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. There's also a 6th person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now, had been bound and placed in the trunk. Ace! According to the other 4, he'd been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player in the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. More specifically, I suppose, H was a member of Free the Soul and very committed to their cause. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently, it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try and give you a quick rundown. Simply put, these people can access the sort of field that allows their consciousness to resonate with the consciousness of certain other people. To be honest, it might be simpler to just call it telepathy. The SOIS had heard of this particular ability before, and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time, it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with the threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She'd be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon clone empire. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last, I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. Bob was fake and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover, until at last, in a basement room, I found her. She had been tied to a chair, but on the floor next to her was another body. It was my father. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters, the SIS, to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me, or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing him. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers, comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his own skin. On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had started, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness. Not for the monsters who'd put my father through this. They'd destroyed my family. I would make them pay even if I had to die to do it. That night, I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. They pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time, our operation would succeed. This time, I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So we took our time, we gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. So you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AV
え
room?
え。これがクレイドールズと私に関することのすべてよ。もちろん細かい部分については端折ってるけど。
Yeah. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
さあ、戻りましょう。
Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
答え
Who here is a Myrmidon? It be Dio! One of us planted the bombs, and based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon.
ええ、
Right.
そうね。
And I agree that we need to figure out who
突
they
き
are.
止めるって言っても、どう
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any
思い
clues?
当たること思い当たることね。あの暗号表を解読できれば、もしかしたら何かわかる。
How can we
だ
do
から言
that?
ったでしょそのためにはキーが必要なのよ。それがわからないことにはどうにも。キーはキーよ。解読するための
It's a
鍵のこと。
key.
クレイドールズはその鍵として長い桁数の数字を使っていて。
You know, the key that Dio had? Wait, long string of numbers. That be That's what I'm thinking. Cool, we don't have to remember it. That's good.
何なのよその数字は。
I was almost as surprised as she was. The numbers had just kind of appeared in my mind, and I was saying them before I knew what I was doing. Alice looked at me incredulously, and I stared back. I'm surprised none of them had put together the fact that Sigma is accessing the morphogenetic field at this point.
待って、
Okay, looks like
今の数
Alice.
字もう一回言ってもらえる？
Alice may be able to figure it out.
それって198449351を3乗した数じゃない。
So a really big number.
だから今シグマが言ったそれを素因数分解すると198449351の3乗になるのよ。
And that's important. Why? You're talking about reducing an integer to a series of prime numbers that you multiply together to get it, right? Like if you have 30, then you get 2 times 3 times 5, right?
そうよ。中学校で習ったでしょ。
Sure. They're saying that 198449351 is a prime. You multiply it by itself 3 times, you get that big number? How would you even know that off the top of your head, Alice? Like, come on. Don't tell me you just did all of that in your head. If she did that, she truly is a math genius. No wonder she got a scholarship.
いいえ、暗算よ。頭の中で計算したの。
That's not simple, Alice.
言ったでしょ。数学は人よりも得意だって。
That's not most people. That's calculator level. And powerful calculator at that.
そういうあなた
Not
だ
your
って。
average
たった今
calculator.
膨大な桁数の数字をスラスラと暗唱したじゃない。私に言わせればそっちの記憶力の方が驚異的だわ。ところで
I mean,
今の
the only thing
25桁の
Sigma's
数
good
字
at is
どこで知ったの？
I didn't know what to say. What would I tell her? That just came to me?
そう。いえ、分かったわ。でもとにかく今の数字が例の暗号表を解読するためのキーになっていることは間違いないと思う。
Well, fine then. I guess we passed another lock.
クレイドールズが
Without realizing
素数をかけたものを
that we were
キーとして
getting ready for
使ってるってことは分かってるから。デタラメな25桁の数字。その3乗項が偶然素数になる確率なんて限りなくゼロに近いし。ってことは25桁の数字は何者かの手によって作為的に生成された可能性が高いってことになるわ。
Could you explain that with small
だから
words?
要するに19844935まだわからない。さっき医務室で見たモニターにはなんて
Cool. Sigma's power is memorization. He's really good at memorizing these things. There's no way I'd be able to remember that, especially after the whole situation with
2
Alice.
行目は
I think. And then they just repeat.
それにしてもやっぱりすごい記憶力ね。
Yeah,
あな
Alice is good at math, and apparently Sigma has photographic
私
memory.
たちの組織に欲しいぐらいだわ。
How do we
今の
decode
文
it,
字
though?
列にさっきの素数198449351を当てはめてみる。
Oh, you go every certain of numbers until you get to the end, and that gives you the code. That's
左
quite
上
cool.
から順番に1文字目のアルファベット、9文字目のアルファベットといった感
As
じ
I
で、
thought.
もうそうすれば多分
I ran over what she said in my head. The prime number Alice had given me was that number, so what would we get if we take out letters like she explained? The first letter would be C in the top left, then you move 9 to the right, which would be the O, then 8 more to the right. Eventually, we get a word. That word was... hold on. Let me write down that number just in case we don't have it. I want to be able to make sure. fine. Not what I was hoping. They're gonna do it the other way around. I guess we can do this then. Okay. We're gonna have to... This might take a moment. O M. It's probably gonna become... Oh, nope. The next one's a P. Maybe complete? Yeah, it looks like complete. Yeah, it is complete. Or completed. I don't know if it's one word, though. Well, yeah, it's got to be completed because they'll just repeat. Completed. And there we go. I did it! Completed. That's it. That's the answer.
コンプリーティッド？それって確かなの？
Completed the mission. I did exactly what you told me to do. And the word I got is completed. Well, it's actually completed. Code and letters repeat every 2 lines.
そう。私は暗号表の文字列を正確。あなたがそこまで強く言うなら、
Yeah, because Sigma has the power of photographic memory.
分かったわ。でも、コンプリーティッドって何かし
Completed
ら？
the mission. Aside from the obvious, you mean? I'm guessing here means mission complete. That's what the translator was for.
やつ？やつって誰よ？
What are you talking
通
about?
信機って何？
Yep. I barely even heard her. Suddenly, my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there a moment before. It was like a wave had washed away the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems underneath. Ayy! All of those memories, which would actually give us K's as well. Because I believe that was the route that we found the key for K's suit. This also tells us that it's Dio.
私はついに聖なる任務を人類を。それはあなたのご加護があったからこそ、心から。
I realized it before. I could remember a series of numbers, but not this. At least I remembered it now. Dio was a member of the Myrmidons. Not just any member, he was their leader. That meant he had to be the one who planted the bombs.
ねえ、だったら質問に答え。やつって一体誰？通信機っていうのは何？
We have more important factors to deal with, Alice. I didn't trust myself to try and explain it. More than likely, she'd just think I was insane. Actually, no. She would understand it because she knows about the morphogenetic field. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
まさか、あなたがクレイドールズの一員だなんて言わないわよね。
That's how we solved the code. Do you really think I'd reveal myself like this?
まあ、確かにそれもそうね。
Yeah, good point. Out of nowhere, Clover appeared. We're all about to blow up, aren't we?
こんなところにいたんだ。探したんだからね。
What is it, Clover?
今みんな B 階の倉庫に集まってて。
Oh yeah, it's probably about time for the chromatic
みんなっ
doors.
ていうかルナと。
どうして？
Oh, Luna and Quark are missing. No, we still have a while.
知ってる。
Okay, wait a minute. thought you and Cork didn't know about the white
医
door.
務室で天明寺さんから聞いたの。それでどこにあるか教えてくれるって言うから。
クオークのことはルナに任せることにしたの。
そう。そしたらそこにファイとケイとディオもいて、いきなりファイと天明寺さんとディオの3人が喧嘩を始めちゃったんだよ。
I'm wondering if because we remember, Phi and Dio also remember.
なんでまた
But
原因は
I'm not
何？
sure what the situation with Tenmyoji is. Oh yeah, that could also be it. I may be thinking too deeply there. According to Clover, the last AV game had been the cause of their fight. Even though Tenmyoji only had one VP, Phi chose to betray. They started to fight, since Dio pressed betray on behalf of his team. Eventually, he got dragged in too.
でもそれってなんかおかしくない？ファイだって BP は1だったんだから正当防衛だと思うけど。
ああ、もう
Yeah, that's not how your average
いいからとにかく来て。今はケイが必死になって仲裁に入ってるけど。
Okay, come on, Alice,
え
let's go.
え、了解よ。
Also, say something about Dio, maybe? I feel like we should say something about the fact that Dio is a member of Myrmidon and most likely the one who planted the bombs? All four of them were still there when we arrived. They seemed to have calmed down a bit, but the tension in the air was almost visible. I felt like I'd stepped into a room full of flammable gas. Even the smallest spark could turn the whole place into a raging inferno. Even Kay, usually so calm and collected, was standing ramrod straight with his hand balled into a fist at his side. I looked at Alice, pursed my lip, and then headed over to the angry knot of people occupying most of the room. How? This room is so big! Clover told me what's going on. This whole thing is stupid. You need to
く
knock
だ
it
ら
off.
ないこと？これのどこがこっちは命がかかっておるんじゃぞ。
I know, but yelling at each other isn't going to solve your problem. The best thing for us to do right now is to trust each other and get through this. Would you agree?
わしを殺そうとした相手をどうやって信じろと言うんじゃ。
それはこっちも同じだ。
Except it wasn't even Tenmyoji who did that.
何度も
Bye.
言うようだが、天明寺。お前はディオに投票権を委ねた。
To be fair, that is a pretty good
そ
point.
の時点で、私のさ、
じゃからあの時はクオークのことで頭がいっ
そんなものは言い訳にはならん。大体お前は、私が裏切りを選んだことについて糾弾してくるが、だったら何か私が協力を選ぶべきだったとでも言うのか。もしもそんなことをしていたら、
それはお互い様じゃろ。もしもディオが協力を選んでいたらと思うとゾッとするわい。
二人ともそろそろやめませんか。
Yeah. The two of them, it's the same argument. But if you had just both picked Ally in the first place, then it
シ
doesn't
グマさんが
matter.
言った通り、今は
お前が言うかねそのセリフを。
That's also a good point. Kay also picked the
四つ葉を裏切って一人で脱出しようとしたくせに。
殺人未遂よりははるかにマシだと思いますが。
Slightly. It is slightly better because if you were to escape on your own, you'd be locking us all down here to die.
だからあれは天明寺を救うためにだな。
No, we all know that's not the case, Dio. And we now have memory proof of it. Enough already! I roared with fury and my voice echoed and rebounded off the walls of the warehouse. Everyone fell silent. I didn't know how long that silence would last, so I decided to put it all on the table. There's only one way I was going to be able to take control of the situation. Guys, listen to me. We really don't have time for this. I was met with a number of glares, but I soldiered on. See, the thing is, I figured out who planted the bombs.
誰なの？
もしかしてさっき言ってた？
Yes, it was. Sort of. I know which one of you it is.
やつとは一体何じゃ。
どういうことなのか。
I don't think I need to. They're going to admit their guilt in just a few minutes.
自供？
You're all going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. I guess I should say Dio.
何を言い出すかと思えば、この俺が犯人だとでも言うのか。
Yes, I do.
おいおい、人を疑うからにはそれなりの根拠があるんだろうな。
We're gonna recite the number again, and he's gonna be like, wait, how did you get that number? I'm not accusing you. I'm just stating a
だ
fact.
からその根拠は何だって聞いてんだろうが。
Fun as it was, I knew taunting alone would be enough to make Dio confess. He'd just play dumb, but he was good at it, and I'd get nothing. That meant I was going to have to trick him.
フリーザ？そう
Free the soul.
だ。なんだそれ。
What's
聞いた
that?
こともねえな。
Left. Brother ordered me to come here, to keep an eye on you. It was quick, but for just a moment, I saw his eyes twitch. I leapt on that moment of weakness like a hungry dog on a stick. Huh. Skepticism is understandable, admirable even. But perhaps this will convince you. I pressed forward, pulling out every fact I could remember. I told Theo about Brother's background and how his younger brother left has been murdered. I mentioned casually that the Myrmidons were all clones of a single person. So, still not convinced? How about this? The code! Do a little prime factor decomposition on that, and you'll get other members of third power. If I'm not who I say I am, how on earth could I possibly know
そんなバカな。
Finally. So, let's start over, shall we? I was sent here to watch your every move. Seems our wise and noble brother doesn't trust you. He suspects betrayal.
嘘だ。
I assure you, I'm not. But if you don't believe me, why don't you go outside and call in yourself with your transmitter?
違う。そんなことはありえない。ブラザーは俺のことを信頼してくださっている。
Ah, there you go. Congratulations, Dio. You just revealed
俺
yourself.
はこの任務の遂行役として抜擢されたんだ。そもそも俺がクレイドールズのリーダーに選ばれたのだって。
Huh? Sorry, what was
だから
that?
俺がクレイドールズのリーダーに選ばれたのも
I grinned.
まさか
Congratulations,
騙したのか。
Dio. Sorry, Dio. I've never even seen
だったら
Brother.
今の話は何だったんだ。どうしてお前がそんなことを知ってる。
Don't know. Maybe I was divinely
ふざける
inspired.
なあ、一体
クレイドールズというのは何なんです？
See, Alice and Clover are going to be the only ones who fully realize what's going on at first. Theo and I stared at one another while Clover and Tenmyoji quickly explained to Fi and Kay about the memory card and the number 2 bomb, and about the code we found that was from a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
つまり爆弾を仕掛けたのは。
で、今まさにそのことを。
Yep, he did.
許せないわ。
I heard a low, furious muttering behind me and turned to see Alice, her lips pulled back into a snarl.
殺してやる。
That's kind of what I was worried about, though. Her voice rose to a scream as she charged toward Dio. He ducked out of the way smoothly and pulled something from his pocket.
おっとっと。
Yeah, what did you think was gonna happen? If he planted the bomb, of course he'd have the detonator.
威勢のいい女は嫌いじゃねえが、そのぐらいにしておいた方が身のためだぜ。
なんですって？
And Alice is too enraged to figure out what
俺
he
が
told
今
her.
持ってる装置、
まさか起爆装置？
ご名答。じゃあこのスイッチを押したらどうなるかも
Boop!
わかるな。
Everyone goes boom, including you, Dio.
この施設には少なくとも2つの反物質爆弾が仕掛けられてい
It
る。
is willing to resort to that.
それらが爆発するのね。
まあ 2つじゃないけどな。
All 3.
01
Or
の爆
maybe
弾
even
も
4.
そうだ。それに加えてもう一つ。
There are 4 bombs.
あるっていうの？
And we have the codes for Bomb 0 and Bomb 1.
その通り、仕掛けた爆弾は全部で4つだ。03、02、01の他にナンバー00
Bomb
の爆
number
弾だ。
0. And that code that we just used to decipher it is also the password.
合計すると TNT 換算で4トン分の爆。それが炸裂すりゃ、この建物もろとも吹っ飛ばされて、跡形もなく消え失せることになるだろう。
It's
そ
not
れはお
good.
前とて同じじゃろうが。
ディオ、お前も死ぬことになるぞ。
See, that's the issue though. If he sees it as a last resort, he will
元よ
do
り
it.
覚悟の上だ。俺にはスペアもいるから問題はない。
Remember? He's a clone.
スペアというのはさっき
そう。黒。
I heard Alice whisper something to Clover.
四つ葉、行くわ。訓練の成果を見せてやりなさい。
Before I had a chance to ask them what was going on, they moved.
ふざけんじゃないわよ、この青二歳が。
I feel like Alice is gonna blow us all.
ありゃ
She roared and leapt toward Dio, Clover following just behind. Alice threw a punch at Dio's face, and as he dodged, Clover spun out from behind him. Bonk! Dio grunted and turned to focus on Alice, but Clover darted in and snatched the detonator from his hand.
四つ葉、確保。
了解。シグマ、持ってて。
She just tosses a detonator? Before I could respond, Clover had thrown the detonator at me. Wow, guys! Smart move, smart move! I scrambled to grab it out of the air and held it to my chest.
くそ！やめろ！離せ！
Nope,
離せって言ってんだろうがこの。
you're not getting out of here, Dio. Yelling didn't do him any good, and Dio found himself subdued by the skillful teamwork of Alice and Clover. Strangely, though, once they had a hold of him, he stopped struggling. I was reminded of a gazelle with its neck in the mouth of a lion. Had he surrendered? Or did he have some trick up his sleeve? Didn't feel right. I didn't have to wait long for my misgivings to prove true. The detonator in my hand suddenly began to flash. It may have been a delayed activation, and he had already pressed it.
何がおかしいの？
いやー、お前らの間抜けっぷりがあまりにも滑稽でな。
どういうこと？
今シグマが持ってる起爆、そいつはな、俺の爆弾に向かってタイマーを誰かに奪われた場合のことを想定して、そういう仕掛けが施されてるんだ。
Yep.
要するに、アリスと四つ葉が余計なことをしてくれたおかげで、爆弾は遠隔操作式から次元式へと変わったってことだ。
Great. And this is the countdown timer that we saw.
したがって、もはや起爆装置を破壊しても無駄ってことになる。爆弾に内蔵されたタイマーはすでに作動しちまってるからな。
Not if we have the code for them.
30分後だよ。
Ooh. That's not a lot of time. We only have 2 of the codes and only know where 2 of the bombs are.
ご愁傷さん。
どうすれば止められるんです？
それは話したでしょ。まずはパスワードの入力装置が必要。次にその装置を爆弾に接続して緊急。
なあアリス、お前一体何者なんだよ。どうしてそんなことを知ってる？
答える義理はないわ。それよりも入力装置がどこにあるのか教えなさい。
I feel like he might give it to us because he doesn't know that we have the alter.
それこそ答える義理。痛いバカ、やめろ、腕が折れる。
I mean, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if we break your bone. You're about to have a couple tons of explosives go
そ
off.
りゃそうよ。折ろうとしてるんだもの。
頼む。や
入力装置のありかを教えたらね。
Alice is pretty good at torture, apparently.
わかった。コードの右のポケットの。
四つ葉、調べて。
But we only have 2 of the 4 codes that we need, which actually, one of which was given up to us by Zero, which is interesting. Which means Zero is on our side. To a degree. She nodded and started digging through his pockets. After a few minutes,
もしかして。
嘘じゃねえって。もう一度ちゃんとよく調べてくれ。
何か
wait.
あるみたい。
Clover! That's not something you can mess up. Clover pulled her hand from his pocket and held it out.
ねえ、
は？よく見えねえな。もっと顔の前に近づけ
Don't
て
put
くれ
it
よ。
close to his face. Oh no! Don't do it. Don't do it. I think that's a suicide pill. Clover frowned and moved closer to Dio, holding the pill out toward him. Suddenly, he moved his right hand, snaking out to grab the pill from Clover's hand. Before anyone could react, he shoved it into his mouth. You guys, that was so obvious. I heard a tiny crack as he bit down on it. Almost immediately, he grimaced in pain. And he's dead.
なんじゃ何を飲んだんじゃ
You guys,
おそらく
私としたことがうかつだったわ。
agreed. That was so obvious. His eyes rolled up into his head and flecks of spittle began to trickle out from the corners of his mouth. I grabbed him by the hair and shook. What the hell are you doing? Where's the input device?
うちの玄関に忘れてきた。
The lounge couch. Go to the lounge couch, everyone. Or at least someone. Probably Sigma. Don't screw with me.
わかった。それじゃあ解除用のパスワード教えてくれ。
Give us the deactivation code
会場
instead.
のタク。しつこい
Yeah,
やつら
we are pretty persistent.
わかったよ。どっちにしろ教えてやろう。ただし一つだけだ。
One. And we already have two others, which means we only need one more.
03のパスワードだ
Do
け
you have bomb 0?
教えてや
I don't know if we'll bomb 1 or 2, but we have a code.
そ
And bomb 3. He didn't even seem to hear me.
俺は新たなる人類の未来の
His voice was weak and more foam was dribbling out of his mouth.
新世界のブラザーにとは
Those are the last words Dio spoke. He died with a strange, happy smile. Not gonna happen, buddy! We have 2 of the codes, which means we need 1 more. And it's down the other path.
結局爆弾03のパスワードしかわからなかったね。
I don't think he could have given us all the codes even if he wanted to.
どうするのこれから。
爆発まであと何分だ。
25分です。
それは確かな数字か。
ええ、実はディオさんからタイムリミットを聞いたときに
Ah,
バングルのその
that's
時の表示
actually
が
kinda smart.
つまり次の第一扉が開くまでの残り時間と爆弾が爆発するまでの残り
そうです。
That's some
ところで
funny timing.
現在の残り時間はというと
25 minutes.
まずいわね。最悪の場合は白の扉の先へと逃げ込めば、もし
第一扉が開放されてから閉鎖されるまでには5分かかる。だから
You guys have been a little bit slower in throwing the
ええ、
detonator
そう。
away.
爆発の前に先に進むのは不可能ってことになるわ。
Okay. See, I'm gonna guess. There's a potential that the detonator is hidden within the couch in the lounge, actually.
とにかくじっとしていても仕方がない。捜索を開始しよう。探さなければならないものはパスワードの入力装置と。そうだ。
Yes, we do need to locate the other two
あとは
bombs.
03以外のパスワードも見つけ出さないと。
Passwords don't help us if we don't have the bombs to put them in.
待って、調べてみるわ。
Search again. He knelt down and quickly checked his pockets and sleeves, then sat back on his heels, frustrated.
ダメ。何も持ってないみたい。
He just memorized all the codes. She looked pale.
ならば どこかに隠されていることを祈って。天明寺、このことをルナに伝えておいてくれないか。
Yeah, we should probably warn
わかっ
them.
た。了解じゃ。
よし、それでは行こう。
Move
各
out.
自検討を祈る。3回。
Everyone search for a bomb. We all took off at a run, heading to different parts of the building. But all of our searching turned up nothing. And as we searched, the clock kept ticking. Half our time is gone. 10 minutes left. 5 minutes left. 1 minute left. And at last, the chromatic doors opened. Not long enough. Or too long. Our time had run out. We watched the white doors open. Were they doors to heaven or to hell? Thought barely had time to flutter through my mind before everything went white. Up! We didn't even have time to say goodbye. 1,000 emotions flooded my brain in those last moments. Why? How had we ended up in this way? And a blistering wave of heat, like the surface of the sun itself, wiped out any lingering thoughts. Whoop! My consciousness slipped away into a bottomless pool of darkness. Neither heaven nor hell, only the void. But we got a code! Unfortunately, it didn't matter that we remembered the other stuff, because Theo blew us up anyways. And that's the Alice ending. Here we go. We now have 5 of the 7. Or 9. So yeah, I was right. That one was locked. A lock that we just happened to have the key for already. Time to go all the way back to round 1. Time to betray, so we're not down to 1. Means Alice and I will both be at 3 points still. It's fine, I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer.
シグマ、私が言った通りの手を選ん、一応礼を言っておこう。
Yeah, because if we ally, nothing good
ありが
happens.
とう。
Well, you don't need to do that. I just made the obvious
当
choice.
然。
Well, I'm sure Alice chose betray. That meant we pretty much had to choose
なぜ
betray,
わ
right?
かる？
I guess you could just say I just
私
know.
の真似か？
Maybe. No, we really do just know, because we haven't figured out the morphogenetic field connection yet.
シグマ、マイク、何して結果？
行こう、シグ、とにかく。
Alrighty, let's go.
そろったおいじゃあ、
Finally.
アンビダックスゲーム第1ラウンド
Round 1.
皆さん、
Yes. So they did change it on us again, just like with Tenmyoji, where it was he had chosen betray last time.
というわけで各自番組
Yeah. Hey Alice, what the
Huh?
hell is this? You chose betray last time. So I chose betray too. No.
ちょっと待ってよ。
I can't wait for this to finally, for probably Alice or Clover, because well, possibly Tenmyoji, because we are pretty sure he's Junpei. The three of them are the only three who will actually have any clue about this, because Vi doesn't learn about the morphogenetic field until after.
前回のわけわかんないこと言わないでくれる？
Can you tell me one thing?
何よ。
When exactly did you
投
press
票
the
締め切
button?
りの5分前、アナウンスがあったでしょ？そのすぐ後で押しても。
What? No, that can't. What was going on? When Vi and I chose Ally, Alice picked the train.
私はただ、もうこの状況で裏切り以外を選ぶなんてありえないでしょ。頭悪いんじゃないの？あなたたち。
Hey, she called herself an idiot. But this time I chose Betray and her vote changed to Ally. Why? What was different? Had history somehow changed because of my choice? Yeah. So I think since this is the final path, they're letting this actually pop up. Because it doesn't seem like this would make much sense to happen right away. No, that was insane. If Alice had somehow known that I had chosen Betray and chosen Ally in response, at least that would have followed the principle of cause and effect. But what had just happened was something entirely different. There was no way Alice could have known what we would choose when she made her decision. Besides, if she had known we intended to betray her, there's no way she would have chosen Ally. In other words, she must have made her decision without any knowledge of ours. They were talking about a game of rock, paper, scissors. I got a rock. Right after that, Alice throws down paper. Obviously, I lose, so I go back in time and decide to whip out the scissors this time. This time, Alice chooses rock. I lose again. That's fine, because it still makes sense. My actions in the past caused Alice's action in the future. Easy. What just happened in the AB game wasn't like that. Go back to that instant game of rock, paper, scissors. This time, Alice is the one who threw out her hand first. But in this situation, there's no way for me to know what it is. So I decide to go with rock. Now, Alice's choice is revealed. Turns out, she went with paper. Yeah, I lose, and I'm pissed off. Once again, I go back in time to try and change history and erase my loss. What will I choose this time? It's not even a question. Scissors went, obviously. After all, last time, Alice went with paper. And here's the important part. When I make this choice, Alice has already made her choice. Sure of my victory, I throw out a pair of scissors. But, what the hell? My rage would be white hot. How could this have happened? Why? Alice's hand had been paper before. How did it change to rock? Obviously, there's no cause and effect here. If Alice's choice was in the past and mine was in the future, how could that event even happen? How could the future influence the past? But I wasn't theoretical now. This had actually happened. Also, we're having this whole mental conversation and Alice is just like, what's going on with him? Is he crazy? He might be crazy. What the hell is going on? No, wait. Why was I talking so casually about going back in time? That kind of stuff doesn't happen in real life, right? Of course. Time travel is impossible. There's absolutely, positively no way to travel through time. But that was true.
この状況で頭悪いんじゃあなたたち。
He didn't lose his memory. Since we have now gone through so many shifts, he's actually keeping his memory. That's what I'm thinking is going on.
ねえ、ちょっと何ボケっと突っ立ってんのよ。
Yep, Alice is just like, yo, hello, what's going on?
だいたいなんで私が攻めたいのは私。あなたとファイのせいで私の BP は1になっちゃったんだからね。
Yeah, you're right.
そうだな。よくも平気な顔してそんなこと言えるわね。
Sorry, really, I seriously feel terrible.
もういいわ。今後一切あなたとよく覚えておきなさい。
Alice stormed off. She threw one last hurt, scornful look over her shoulder as she left. It stabbed me right through the heart. See, that's the normal response. But we got that other info. One of the other teams seemed to be dealing with a similar issue.
本当にまさか天明寺さんが
わしが裏切りを選ぶはずがなかろう。相手に四つ葉がいるというのに。
どういうこと？
もしかして天明寺さんよ
お前ふざけてるのか？
No, because that's like a 40-year game.
そういう問題ではないわ。
では
No.
どういう問題なのです？
それは
Oh, he won't say. He's not gonna say it directly. But it's because he does know her.
だいたいこのゲームで協力を選ぶ方がよっぽどの信頼関係がない限りそんなの選ぶはずがないじゃん。
Which in 999, Clover is actually helpful in
つま
escaping.
りわしと四つ葉にはその信頼関係がないと。
当たり前でしょ。
Yeah, dude. If you're really Junpei, then of course she's not gonna trust you. She doesn't know who you
バ
are.
カじゃないの？たかだか数時間前に会ったばかりの老人とどうやって信頼関係を築けって言うのよ。
You did meet just a few hours ago, though, Clover.
わかった。もう何も言うな。
Yes.
胸が切り刻まれるようじゃ。
Yep.
あ？
Why won't you just say it then, buddy?
何よ。
Why are you hiding it from Clover?
な
Of
ん
all
かさっき
people?
から。
キモいか。とにかく話はわしが短時間の間に信頼関係を結べなかったのが敗因ということじゃな。
And now he goes back to being no.
もうなんだかそんな風に素直に認められちゃうと。
あっちに成功例があるからな。あれを見せつけられてはわしが悪かったのだと思わず。
成功例？
Man, he's taking this so well. It's gotta be because he knows Clover.
もう僕らはね、ディオさん。
ああ、そうだ
I'm still so confused that Theo actually wasn't around where Ally got picked. I'm pretty sure it was Quark who pressed the button still. Theo, Quark, and Luna, on the other hand, seem to have resolved things amicably by all choosing Ally. No doubt we were all wishing we'd done the same. But why had Dio sounded so off? What had happened in the AV room? Only Dio and Quark knew for sure.
ねえゼロ。
よくわかったね。
だ
Yep. Gonna go ahead, skip all our stuff. Yep. And it looks like it was all because it was Alice and Tenmyoji who we've already had before, so we could skip it, luckily. That's actually nice. Alright. Let's try heading to the crew quarters. And we didn't go there first last time, so we... Okay, looks like nothing new though. It's all still getting skipped.
ねえ、だけど心配しててもしょうがないしさ。早くここから脱出する方法を探そう。
確かに外がどうなっているのかを知るために。
じゃあ、僕とケイさんは、シグマさんはどうする？わかった。
Okay, this was just the separation text, it looks like. Where to next? The infirmary. We're sort of going backwards from here. So the lounge is going to be the one that I think is different. Because last time we got mad at Alice for betraying us. And now we might have something different. Oh, no, Alice is in here. Okay. So, this is the infirmary, huh? Yeah, I totally thought Alice was in the lounge, but I guess not.
何しに来たのよ。
Oh man.
当たり前じゃない。
まあまあ、そうカリカリすんなって。
Oh, hi
ディオ
Dio.
はいいわよね。BP が5もあるんだから。私とそこにいる天明寺さんは1しかないのよ。わかってる？
だからといって周りに当たり散らしても仕方がなかろう。
You're one to talk, Tenmyoji. When I betray you and get you down to 1, you're real upset about it.
そんなことをしても BP は戻ってこんのじゃからな。
なんなのよそれ。あなたまで私のこと批判するっていうの？
See, I feel like Tenmyoji might be the one to figure
あな
things
ただ
out
けは
first,
私の気持ち分かってくれると思ったのに。
because he's done the most shifting.
分かっておると。
分かってないじゃない。ちっとも。あなたは追い先短いからそんな悠長なこと言ってられるのよ。
That's mean,
私は違
Alice.
うの。もっと長生きしたいの。やり残したことだってたくさんあるんだか
やり残したことって
ら。例えば、もっとたくさん綺麗な、もっとたくさん美味しいもん。
Okay, now we're just getting to the same stuff we had last time, so we don't care about it anymore. The whole fake story about Dio being a ringleader. To the lounge we go.
そうか、了解だ。また後でな。
Bye. Head out in front. Since Alice was in the infirmary, I'm expecting the lounge to be the same. Although we may get some new text with I, actually.
あ、
Nope, guess not. We're just going straight into skipping. A voice broke the silence. This is probably our...
大変です。
The whole situation of Quark
Minasan,
collapsing, I
どうしたんだ？
believe.
キャビンの2号室でとんでもないものを見つ
Oh
けた。
no, the bomb.
もの？
いいから早く見ていただければ。
Yeah, it's not Quark collapsing this time around. It's a bomb going off. Or not going off, just being found. Kay was the first in, followed by me, by Clover and Luna. Said nothing, just pointed under the bed. 4 of us crouched down and followed his finger. And it was. I think it's a bomb. Yep. I feel like this might be the route where this happens. Of course, it was the same bomb I'd seen in my vision. It hadn't been a hallucination. Had actually been a premonition.
すでにクオーク君が呼んですから。
Work's already bringing back. Cool. Let's surprise everyone else.
どこじゃ爆弾とや。
Yay, where's the bomb? Right under there.
ここだよ、このベッドの下に。
There it is. This is
そこ
gonna be
で
slightly
どうして
different
爆
because
弾？
we didn't end our
いつ？
search
い
here.
つかは
記憶喪失。
はい。
おいおい、記憶喪失の人間の話を
いいえ、そこにある私が保証す。どうしてわかるから。
さっき
Okay.
なぜそんな？
Alice and that whole situation. I believe what happens next. Wow, there's a lot of text that happened there. We need to go to the doors. That's kind of an important situation. Now we have our choice this time because of the betray instead.
おい、
早く誰がどの扉に入るのかを決めないと。
That's gonna
時
lock
間が
us
前
out
と
of
同
the
じよう
red
に考
door.
えられ得る組。
I'm pretty sure it's gonna lock us out of the red door. No, it's gonna lock us out of the blue door. Okay. So we either have red or green.
最初のし、それじゃ次は。私にはその何しろ私のこういうのはもっとそう思うな。
It's
だった
really
らだ
not
って
that
ちっ
big
ちゃ
of
な
a
ビ
point.
じゃがまずアリス、お前さんはど？
緑の水色のペアであるケイト。
なるほど。すると天明寺さんとディオさんのペア。天明寺さん。
Okay.
次の AB ゲームでそれでもいいの？
だからこそじゃよ、四つ葉。そのおめこの機会に。
天明寺。
とはいえアリスにもおり。
何よそれ。
ま、それはおいおいということで。
Okay. See, I want to get that info from
Alice-sanのだ-
Tenmyoji as well.
他の皆さんはどうでしょう？それで
So
問
we've
題ない
kind
です
of
か？
run out of chances if he's gonna say anything about going in, about him being Junpei. So, I don't
私も構わん。
know. We'll go with it. No objection.
それじゃあ行きましょう。
から9、8、
Hey, everyone, through the door! Do that. Do that. Okay.
2、1、0、
Yep.
カラード。
Countdown has completed. Door shut. And door scale. Alrighty, through the red door we go. I don't know if we've been in this long hallway. That L-shaped room?
扉は
So maybe we'll go there this time. It did have a weird circle in the middle.
旧の扉の脇にあ
レバーがついシグマ。もしかしたら下げた瞬間にとビリビリビリとか、そういうことになる。
Just pull it.
どういう意味だよ。こう見えても C カップなんだからな。
Thank you, Luna. Thank you for splitting up the argument between Phi and Sigma.
なんだか長くなりそうなのでレバー下げちゃいました。
Good
い
job.
けませんでしたか？
開いたのは左。
Yes, I believe that
と
is
に
the
かく
big L-shaped
先へ
room.
進んでみましょう。
あ
But we don't get a nameplate on this one, so we don't actually know what the room is called yet. This might be the reactor room.
何かの制御室。
Yep,
Tight
some sort of
ですけど。
control room.
ガラスの向こうに大きな機械が見えるな。発電機か。
Well,
確
time
か
to split up and look
次の
around.
AB ゲームを行うには
よし。
Let's get started. Time to seek a way out. See if we can figure this out. Control panel, screens and buttons. Okay. What are you? Kind of look like a 3D printer, actually. Well, that's a problem. No power. But is there power here? See, it's the same as before, actually. What about the 220? Oh, lever's missing, darn it. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be the same as before, with just figuring out which one goes where. Not entirely sure what that one means, actually. Cool. Oh my goodness. It's not just adding, multiplying and dividing as well. Okay. Good thing it doesn't need to subtract. Okay. HMHM with a blue and red clock. Well, I found a blue clock. 510 minutes. I'm not even quite sure how we'd add those up still. Okay. Well, but what about this? Protractor, cool! Okay. Telling you to set something to 30 degrees. Interesting. And then this is the compass, often used in combo with a protractor. $30. Can I combine the two? I can. Cool. I mean, the two were even found right next to each other, so that would make the most sense. And the red clock is 11,400 seconds. I do wonder, perhaps if we were to convert those 2 times to minutes, that would give us something. A novel. Okay, if you say so. Big purple octopus. I don't know. I don't think it would actually take that long. Oh, annihilation reactor. Just like the bombs. They bump into each other, explode, and you use the energy. Science! Yeah. Or even generator can be used. It generates energy. Yes, Mr. Octopus. So we probably shouldn't randomly mess with things, though. Boop! Okay, I can pull them all. Turning everything on is unhelpful, though. Okay, can I look at these? Nope. Now this looks special. T. Cool. Well, hi there. Oh, interesting. I might know where to use that. So what is the... No, that's not what I wanted. Whoa, there is something there. Because that's a cheap angle that you can't see otherwise. Highlighters. Are we supposed to find highlighters somewhere? I feel like I haven't seen that. Okay. Well, first off, scanner! Scan the paper! Oh, nope, I guess we're doing the compass instead. Oh. On, off, on, off, off, off. That tells us which ones we need to go flick in what order. Okay, now I need to get all the way back to those levers. Levers! Hi! On, off, off, off. You broke it, Sigma! To be fair, we slid that one, and that one fell off, so... I don't know. Where would we be able to use that? Yeah, nope. Wait, hold on. I can't click on that? Okay, good. Can I plug lever in here? I don't know if I can. No. Lever doesn't go there. Lever doesn't go on there. I don't think I've seen anything that a lever could go on. Unless I can mess with the clocks, I don't think I can. Oh, that one's in seconds. Well, that one's in minutes. Okay. 510 minutes. We might want to convert those seconds into minutes. Let me see about that. That gives us 19 minutes. Okay. So the 19 I can do pretty easily. I guess we could try the 510. I mean, it gives us 8.5, so I kinda don't know about that. But what if we just do 5-1? Nope, that's not gonna be possible. Oh, that's what the HM means. Hours and minutes. And so that would put blue at 8 hours, which would be 6 plus 2. And then 3. Okay. So that one's that. But hours and minutes for the red clock. Ooh, that one might be a little harder. Oh, I also think I might have put that info in wrong. Yeah, I forgot a 0 last time I did the math. It should be 190 minutes. Which divide that by 60 is going to give us 3.16. We're gonna have to see on that one. I might have to try a couple buttons because I'm not actually sure on which one I need to do. So notes those 2, and then notes 3. Let me try that one. Nope. Nope. I'm sure on those 3. Because it should be 8, 3, 3. Because yeah, that the seconds for the red clock should be 3.16 hours. I think. Unless I'm doing my math wrong. There's a chance I may be doing the math wrong. So I'm gonna check. And see if maybe I'm doing it wrong? Oh, wait. I am making a mistake, actually. Yes, it would be this for 8, but it's 30 minutes, not 3 minutes. So that alone was my first mistake. My bad. Other than that, I was actually really close. And then it's gonna be 3:10. So I was actually super close on that one. I just put the wrong button on accident. My bad. Cool. Now we can open it, and inside we have a multicolored route. Which is actually super obvious on where it goes. Right over here in our scanner. Cool. Now we need to turn the machine on. I'm not actually sure where that clipboard goes. Oh, that's where lever goes. Have a lever! See, here's the issue. I don't actually know. I think this one we want to be a single digit. Yep. This is something that we have already done it before. Yeah, I mean, that's all stuff I just guessed at, so I guess the first thing we can do is figure out this single one. Which we may actually already have. We may actually already have this one. Because there's only one way, and if we want to split it, we'd have to do it like this. Which... well, no. This doesn't seem like it should be possible to get a single digit. Because 320 divided by 2 would be... I'm actually not sure. Let me just... okay. I need to go turn on a light so I can see better. I did not expect to be doing math like this. But apparently that's what this room is all about. Okay, so our 320 divided that by 2 gets us 160. By 2 again only gets us down to 80. So I'm gonna have to guess that one becomes an 80. There's no other way through it. Oh wait, no. It's 0. Silly me. It could be a 0. Trying to look at this. I'm trying to look for any bit of info that can help us narrow down which one goes where. And I'm thinking this 2-digit one is going to be next. Because we have to do a double split. That one splits to 120, after which they'll then split to 60. Right, hold on, let me just double check that before I say for sure. Yeah. So we have 60 over here and 60 over here. Which we then need to make sure we add the split from up here, because it'll flow in. So it becomes 60 plus 120, gets us 180, which is not what we want. So we do want to split our 320. And let me do this Perfect. That'll get us 340. So all 4 of these levers should be correct now, actually. That was the only thing we needed to change. Now, keeping that in mind, that does mean we now currently have 160 going in here. Which could potentially be everything. We don't know for sure. I think trying to figure out this 5 might be our best bet. Actually, we're gonna have to have this one go that way. Or no. We have to have it split. Nope, I was right the first time. I believe we... Okay, I'm just confusing myself now. Starting again. In order to get anything over here. Okay. So we already have 3 digits over there. We already have 160, which could be the answer. We don't know for sure. In order to do this one... If this one's straight down, that's gonna split off 5, which means this one would have to be straight. Because if or directly left. Because we can't have it be part way. That just won't work. Because then our 5 gets messed up. If we were to send 240... No matter what we do, we're gonna have to send part of this one this way. Or else we can't get to 300. Which means this one has to be a split. Which I believe means this one has to go this way. Or else... Or no. This one could either be straight down for a split or going left. Although if it's going left, this one doesn't matter, which means I feel like it's gonna be a split. Because that's how they've all been, is every lever does get used. And then I send the 5 that way. And let's see what 240... Well, actually I should figure out 210 divided by 2 puts us at 105, and we add that to 240, and that gets us our 345. There we go! I did figure that one out. That one was actually rather complicated, but I'm glad I was able to figure it out in the end. And now we have provided power to the scanner. Yeah! Nice. Now I'm going to assume that this clipboard is going to be related to the screen. No. The root. I think it looks pretty. Very colorful. Yeah, we are. But what are we missing? Can I put the scanner in? Wait. Yeah. I can scan those 2. Let me get to the laptop. Thank you. Also, there's another clipboard. Okay. Ooh, okay. So only the green shows up. Wait. Yeah. That was kind of obvious, actually. 7213. That's our code. Excuse me. 7213. Nope. I'm just trying to scroll. Stop clicking on the glass. I'm over to the locker. Dang it, I already forgot. 7213. Okay. Let's not forget it this time. 7213. I'm gonna write this down because I now have to do math, and yeah. 7213. That's our code that we are trying to get to. First off, a 7. Sounds actually easy. A 2. Also, actually pretty easy. A 1. Well, it can't be this one. And you can't multiply 1 by 0, so it's gotta be this one. Wait, no. I don't actually. I believe it is this one. 2 divided by 2 gets 1. And now we need a 3. That one's not gonna work. 4 times 2 is gonna be 8. There we go, 2 plus 1. I just kinda had to go over all of them to make sure I got the right one. Okay, now what's inside this locker? A disc-shaped part. But I guess that's the actual scanner portion. Let's go put it in. There we go, much better. It's a scanning. Ready for the screen. We think. Hi screen, the CT scanner. Okay. We'll see what happens. Oh, so I'm supposed to apply the appropriate number. What the? Oh, so it's breaking it down. You start with 100% color. Great. And then you get percentages. Okay, fine. We're gonna be doing a lot of math here, apparently. Let me see about this one. 4/16 is just 25%. Okay. So yellow equals 25%. Percent is a lot easier to read. Actually, no, I should keep it in decimal form. Because the others aren't going to be as even percentages. So this will help a little bit better. 3/15 is 0.2 or 20%. But I didn't expect that one to be as even as it was, but okay. And we have green is gonna be 6/20. Okay, what does that break down to? 30%. Okay. And now, in order to figure out blue, should actually be really simple. I do 0.25 plus 0.2 plus 0.3. Oh, it's just another 0.25. So it's another 4/16. Blue is another 4/16. Got it. So we have our overall percentages. Now I need to figure out how this is gonna work. Because we have our percentages for all of them. Let's see, so if green is 0.3... Oh, actually, I'm thinking. 9 goes to green and 8 goes to red. It could be that simple. 10 goes to blue because it's 0.25. I think that's what we're going for. These are like the decimal number versions, while the other versions are fractions. In which case we need another 25, which is just 6. Okay. That one actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I will take it. Except that's our green code. Yada yada yada, I don't care. Okay, fine, it wants me to back out, I think. No? What the? I now need to figure out how I'm supposed to get the alternate ending. Oh. Well, this is a little silly. I didn't think of doing this because I figured it had already done it for us and didn't need it, and it was just to get the info. No, if we combine the test clipboard, it does do something. It gives us our code. Oops. Cool, I guess. Star, star, star. Ooh. That one was different than any other one. Kinda cool. Let me scroll. Yada yada yada. Star, star, star. Yeah! Okay, here's our gold pile. And now I need to go look up what it was. Moon, moon, sun. Got it. That one was nice and quick. Actually, if I pull up our archive real quick, these are our exit codes. 1, 2. That's it. We have 2 more rooms to go. Which means we're getting pretty close. Yada yada yada. We don't care about the map. Okay. I'm curious to know what that is, because that's gonna be new. An input device, you say? Well, we found the input device. I don't know how it got in the safe. I'm assuming Zero put it there, since Zero also knew the code, or at least one of the codes. But that means we just need to locate the bombs and get the final code. And we have everything figured out. Let's go! And then we still need the ID for the director's office computer.
もしかしたら別のチームが開いてしまったのかもしれません。
Obviously.
月のカードキーを使
And
っ
also
て
the gate open.
AB ゲートを
And it's obviously gonna be
とにかく
Theo.
先走ったチームは例の倉庫にいるはず。
Back upstairs we go. Okay, time to go through the elevator, the super slow portion. Beep, 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 beep. Alright, back to the warehouse we go. We made it. We leapt out of the magenta door and into the warehouse. There stood Tenmyoji, Dio, and Clover.
わしと四つ葉は何もしておらん。
ディオが勝手に
It was Dio's fault, as per
悪いか？
usual.
どうしてみんなが集まらないとゲートを開けちゃいけないなんて約束。俺は
Well... Are you kidding me? We didn't talk about it because we thought it was common sense.
シグマさんの私たちはすぐに駆けつけられたからいいものの、アリスさん、ケイさん、クオークくんの3人はまだどこかの部屋にいるかもしれないんですよ。
If they don't make it out of their room in
もしもあの3
time...
人がと
No sooner were the words out of her mouth
あ
than they
あ
come
よかっ
running
た
through.
皆さんそのええ
Something
クオーク
happened.
君が
クオーク
Hey,
倒れた
the
んです
corpse
つい先ほど
collapsed.
とにかく今はありですか。
Hey. Tenmyoji shoved Kei aside and left through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks and ran off after him.
おいクオークしっかりしろ。
Tenmyoji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him. Okay. Scanning. Yep, no
ケイ
medicine
お前
in
入った部屋に行く。
there.
申し訳そのようなものは私たちが訪れたのは
Ooh,
資料室ですから
archives. That's gonna be our final room that we go through,
あ
actually.
ーそれではクオークは
私たちがたどり着いたのは植物がたくさん生い茂った。うん。
Nothing in the
な
garden.
かったよ。ある
We've
とし
already
た
been
ら
there. Tenmyoji slumped to the ground. For a moment, there was silence.
ああよか気がついたんです
And then we fight him off, the scalp gets taken away, he's injected with the anesthetic. Alice then runs off. Start searching. No one here. Okay, cool, whatever. No point in complaining, just need to look somewhere else. Okay. Come on. Yeah, can't skip it. Where are we gonna go this time? So I find it unlikely we'll go to the control room. We might. Yep, nope. Is this heading to the garden? Yeah, this is heading to the garden. Oh no, archives. I got it wrong. Oops. Okay, so this will hopefully be a little bit different. Lots of books. This is the archives, huh? Lion! Okay, Quark and Alice searched this room. Scales again. I wonder if those scales are also sprungy scales. Darn. Nothing here either. We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad. She loses it like Quark did and nobody's around to stop her. Stabby stabby. Decided to try the garden where Clover, Tomoji, and Dio had gone after passing through there. I feel like we're gonna get something different this time. Because we didn't immediately go there. The first thing I noticed when I stepped inside was the smell. Plant life was everywhere, and the air was filled with the fresh scent of it growing, underlaid with the sweet, dry tones of dead leaves underfoot. Well, that's different. We never got that description. While the air outside had been dry and harsh, and here it was warm and wet, like a forest after a spring rain. I mean, the waterfall probably helps. Just like Clover said. Plants and stuff everywhere. And is there an Alice? I walked slowly down the path, still slightly stunned. Most of the facility had been cold, dull metal, but this room was positively verdant. Man, hard to believe there's something like this here. What the hell is this even for? As strange as the garden was, Alice needed to be my priority. I reined my thoughts back in and continued down off the path and into the grass. I'd only gone a few steps when I stopped short. Okay, I found Alice.
よく来てくれたな。助かったよ。私もついさっき、そうしたらご覧。それで、これからあ、呼吸、脈、目立った外傷もないから。
In the obvious
そうらしい。
external room.
持っていないようだ。途中のどこかでとにかく。
Drop it
さあ、
somewhere.
手伝っ
And we don't
いや、
have medicine this
一
time
つだけ
around.
大事なことを伝えてお前はまだ。右を見ろ、シグマ。そう、
Bomb.
右だ。
Bomb number 1.
そうだ。言うまでもなく、キャビンにあったものを誰かが移し替えたという両者は全くの別物だ。
Yep.
見ろ。
It's the number 1 bomb. So now we have bombs 1 through 3. Now we just need the 0 bomb.
しかも
Perfect.
それだけではな03と0断言はできないが、そうだな。
Almost.
このビオトープを探索したのは四つ葉、天明寺
And
だが、
Theo.
他私たちが来る前にここを訪れた者がいる。とにかく
It's fine. It was Dio.
今はアリスを運ぶ方が先だ。シグマ。
Alice was lighter than I'd expected, and fine I managed to staff toward the infirmary at a brisk trot. Cool, we have the 3 of the 4 bombs, the input device, and 3 of the 4 passwords.
皆さ
We're
ん、
doing great.
よく聞いてください。さっきと同じアダム、
それで、
Okay.
クオーク君と同じアリスさんも。
Also Radical 6. I'd called everyone else back after I'd brought Alice to the infirmary. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
どうしてアリスは一体どうなっちゃうの？
さっきも言いましたが、治療する方法はたった一つしかありません。ラジカル6に効き目のある抗ウイルス薬。ただし、ここにそんなものが
やだよ。やだよ。アリス、
There's
死
not
んじゃいや、
any...
お願い。死なないで。アリス。
Well, it's none that we've found because no one has been in the laboratory. Clover wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably.
アンビデックプレイ
10 minutes remaining.
おい、とりあえず置いていくしかないだろ。
Yeah, kinda have to.
私は絶対に嫌だったら、私、アリスを置いていくなんて。
Okay.
四つ葉さ
I mean, that's
ん、
gonna
大丈夫ですよ。
guarantee Dio's gonna betray.
アリスさんには、すでにマンドラですから、クオーク君と同じように。そんなの関係ないよ
Just like
私は
with
ただ
Tenmyoji.
だから、
仕方好きにさせてやれ。
なるほ
Of
ど。
course, Dio
リオ
doesn't
と
care.
天明寺。次の AB ゲームでこの二人の対戦相手になるのは四つ葉だ。
This is gonna be interesting because it's now Clover instead of
その四つ葉が投票を棄権すれば、
the default.
今のアナウンスにもあった通り、
And I don't know
彼
if
女の
Tenmyoji
選
is
択
gonna
は
be able
自動
to
的に
convince
強力に
Dio
設したがって、
to ally.
ディオにとっては好都合なわけだ。四つ葉がここに留まってくれた。
何を言ってるんだお前。俺が裏切りを選ぶとでも言うのか。
Yeah.
そうだ。違うのか。
違う。俺は絶対に協力を選ぶ。第一、俺が入ることになる AB ルームの中には天明寺もいるんだ
And
ぜ。
you can't pin it on Tenmyoji like you can pin it on
あい
Quartz.
つを差し置いて勝手に投票することなんてできないな。天明寺。
いや、わしは AB ルームには入らん。四つ葉と同じじゃ。
Yep. You're gonna be in there all on your
わしも
own,
クオークを置いて
buddy.
いくこと。
おいおい、何を言い出すんだ天明寺まで。
猿芝居はやめておけ。そもそもさっきの発言は、それを見越した上でのものだったんだろう。
Uh-huh.
バカな。なんでそんなに俺のことを疑うんだ。
We have very good reason to be suspicious, Dio.
だったら、ディオさんも一緒に、ここに残ったらどうでしょうか。
No, bad idea. That's a bad idea. Someone has to
四
go.
つ葉さん、天明寺さん、ディオさん。三人全員が投票を棄権すれば、
You're
丸く
gonna
収まる
kill
と
them
思うんですが。
all.
おやルナさんはご存知ないのですか？
Good, thank you.
これです。このメモのことです。
Thank you for telling us.
なんだよそいつは。
私たち
I
3
didn't
人
want
の
them all to
そんな
die
もん
just
美容
because
と
of something as
私
simple
た
as
ちが対
that.
策したい。
するとこのメモはシグマさんよ
And it only pops up in situations where it's actually important. I took the note from him and still slightly confused, began to read. Everybody gets punished.
わかり要するに先ほど
では、パートナーのクオーク、およ
Yeah,
び
K
対戦相
has
手、
to.
あんな状態だしな。
なあ、待ってくれ。K の現在の BP は6。
Yeah, but
一
there's
方
really
その
nothing
対
to
戦
do
相手。
about
お
it.
いおい K が次の。
大丈夫ですよ。私は必ず協力を選びます。
It's hard to
んなもん
say.
信用できるわけねえだろうが。
We really don't know with
いや
K
い
at
や
this point,
リオさん
actually.
よく考えアリスさんの今の BP は1なんですよ。
Or actually, no. He will do it to escape, but he has not shown any malice towards the other people, unlike Thea.
私が裏切りに投票し
BP が
私は誰かを殺してまで脱出したいとは思いません。
I would like to trust that K will do that much.
絶対に協力というか今のこの状況では
Uh-huh.
投票の締め切り
5
とにかく
minutes
時間をしよう。
remaining.
四つ葉、お前が
代表。
教えてほしいか。
Yeah, because they can't trust Dio. No one does. And with good reason.
こういう
But
ことじゃ
Clover
よ。
is trustworthy. Oh. Tenmyoji's gonna sucker punch him. I'd never seen someone move that fast before, let alone someone as old as Tenmyoji. In the blink of an eye, he covered the few feet between himself and Dio, slammed a closed fist into the other man's chest. Boom! That's gonna hurt. Dio fell to his knees, wheezing for air. Tenmyoji waited a half second to make sure he was down, then turned to look at Clover.
さあ、今のうちに早く
Get going,
行
Clover.
くんじゃ四つ葉。でもお前さんは今 K と同じ立場にある。わしの BP もアリスと同じように1じゃからな。
Yeah?
なるほど。天明寺が危険を表明している以上、 4つね。
あるいはわしを殺すという選択肢もないことはないが。
There's a chance.
それって私に命を預けたってこと？
That is how he is going to show her he trusts her.
ああ、そういうこと。ほら、何をぐずぐずし、さっさといかんか。アリスのことなら心配はいらん。わしがしっかりと見ておく。じゃから。それともまだわしのことを。
そんなことないよ。今はもう。
Well, you don't have time to wait, Clover.
行こう、
You
四
are
つ葉。
running out of time.
分かったよ。それじゃあアリスのこと。
ああ、任せておく。
That seemed to finally satisfy her, and we were off. We ran as fast as we could, leaping through doors and tearing through rooms on our way back to the warehouse. The one hallway. That one hallway. I feel like they wanted to make that more dramatic than it actually was. Yeah, get going.
大丈夫です。
You guys always spend way too much time talking. You really don't have to. 4 AB gates yawned open as we swiped our cards. Fifth one, the one Dio had opened, stayed empty. The sixth, which would have been Alice's, remained unopened. Kay and Clover quickly entered the second and third from the right, and Luna and I headed toward our own.
なあ、お前ら。
もちろんです。
約束。
Sure, totally.
絶対だぞ。裏切ったら、ただじゃおかないからな。
I'm pretty sure we would be. Vi frowned but said nothing and disappeared into her own AB room, the second from the left. Luna and I nodded to one another and headed for the last one, the leftmost. Again. Alright, start the game.
Sigma さん。
Yeah, I promised
で
I
すが、
said
も
I'd
し
choose
も
Ally.
ファイさんが裏切り。そういうことです。
Yeah, but Vi is the only person I trust not to do that. The only person. What do you think we
私
should do,
は
Luna?
シグマさんに。どっ
Luna
ちにし
doesn't
ろ。
want to choose.
シグマさんの現在の PP も、ファイさんと同じく6ですよね。で
Yeah,
すから、こちらが裏切りを選び。ええ。
Sigma
なの
gets
で、
9
いずれに
points
せよ、
and
どち
Luna
らかの
only
PP
has
が目。
8.
さあ、時間がありません。選んでください。
Make a choice.
はい。
Fine. I turn to face the machine. Am I gonna choose?
8、7、
The dramatic countdown, as always.
6、5、4、3、
Come on, just hit the button.
1。
I decided forever ago what I was gonna do.
アンビで結果お疲れアンビで
Okay. Gates opened. And yeah, Vi... See, the thing I'm worried about is her suspicion that we're gonna betray. And as such, she picks betray to protect herself. Not that she's trying to get out. Not like everyone else. Luna and I stepped out of our AB room a little later than the others. They were already gathered in front of the projection, awaiting the announcements of the
シ
result.
グマさん、いいんですか？
Yeah, what else was I gonna do? I promised. We'll be fine. I'm sure Vi chose Ally too. What's with you? Not trust Vi?
そういうわけではありません。
Just go have a look, shall we? Why are you even talking about this? We'll know what happened in
わ
just
か
a
り
few
ました。
seconds.
行きましょう。
アンビデックスゲーム一度
Du. Okay, K, ally. Of course. Clover, ally, and... I knew it. Now, what's her excuse? Why'd you do it, Fi? I will say, she is the only one I trust to not leave.
結果は各自
Hey, what's up with this, Fi? Why'd you choose betray? Oh, we
一緒に
promised. We are... See, that's the other thing is, Fi has a way with words. We are the only ones who promised to
そんな
ally.
約束確かにお前は約束してくれたな。必ず協力を選ぶと。だが私の方からは協力を選ぶとも言っただろ。私はいつか必ずお前に制裁を下すって。
Why? Wait, what? Why are you mad at us, Fi? I had absolutely no idea what she was talking
自業自得だよ。お前が最初に裏切りを選んだのが悪いんだ。違う。
Okay, so for once, this is actually, the other way around.
今回のこの第2ラウンドの最初の
The first round, too. Take a real good look at the results up there. This is round 2. My vote was ally. Yours was betray. I didn't betray you, I've never betrayed you.
あるだろ。覚えてないとは言わせないぞ。とぼけるなよ。お前はもう知ってるはずだ。
We haven't figured it out because we're dense.
自分の身に何が起こってるこれまでに経験してきた不可思議な現象。それ
Of course, Fi's gonna be the first one to figure it out. Of course. You mean the premonitions? I wanted to say it, but as the word formed itself in my mouth, I felt a tingle along the back of my neck. Someone was looking at me. I turned around to see Luna, Clover, and Kate.
一体何の話をし
いや、気にするな。
気にするなと言われましたが、今回のラウンドで裏切りを選んだのは
Yeah,
Fi
in this case, you
そ
are
の
the
こと
only
と
one, Fi.
今の話と
確かに。
There's a
関係
connection,
はある。
but it's not the way you
だが
guys
説明
think.
したところで
そんなのわからないじゃん。
Actually, Clover might. Clover, who knows about the morphogenetic field, might.
話してみない。
I looked away and scowled. For several long moments, her eyes stared off into the distance, and I could also see her mind working. Finally, she sighed and spoke.
とにかく、これで私の BP は目標値に悪いが、行かせても
Dang it!
決まってるだろう。
She is gonna leave?
あの9
I
の
was
扉の
so
先にだ
hoping
よ。
that she would be the one who didn't do that. Nope. Looking like even she's not gonna stick around. I scrambled around in front of her and threw my arms out.
邪魔だ。どけ。
No, I'm not letting you go. What happened to you? I didn't think you were the kind of person who'd ditch the rest of us so you could get away.
人は信じていたものに裏切られた時、底なしの虚無感を覚える。
See, the one issue with this is we haven't actually gone the other route yet.
その虚無の闇の深さを、お前は知らんのだ。
Tracer, wait, are you saying?
いいからどけ。
No, I'm
そう
not
か
moving.。
それじゃあ仕方がない。
The issue is we know Fi can get around us. As she spoke, Fi bent down and jumped. She super jumped before and shot up into the air and over my head. I spun around to see her standing next to the number 9 door, her hand on the lever. You. She grinned and tightened her grip on the
プラウ
lever.
ディテ。あ、ラテン語だよ。
Yeah,
拍手
Latin.
を。芝居はもう終わった。
The play
そう
has
いう意味なの。
ended.
それじゃあな。
Wait, stop! Bolt of searing light roared through my brain. Oh? When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Huh. I wonder what lock this one is. I'm curious to know what lock this one is. Because we don't have very many options left at this point, actually. Cool. Well, time to betray you, Fi. You're the one who did it to us first, this time around. At least this time around, it wasn't our choice. At least not right away. Alrighty. Let's see what her response this time is. Luna and I stepped out of our AB room a little later than the other.
シグマ裏切りを
So,
選んだ。ファイさんが裏切りを選ぶかもしれない。そう思ったんですか？
that's a good question. I'm honestly not sure myself why I did it. They're really playing into it again, the whole situation of, oh, I don't know. I'm not doing this myself, something else is doing it.
とにかく、ケイさんと四葉さんが
Alright, let's go then. It didn't do that in the beginning, but it's a lot more obvious here at the end. Or at least during this cut.
アンビデックス一同
Yep, ally, 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 betray, ally. Of course they swapped it.
結果各自
It does feel kind
や
of
って
weird
く
why
れたな
this
シグマ。
path is the only one. Oh?
約束したのに。
I mean, I had nothing to say. He was right. I had broken a promise.
なぜ裏切りを？なるほど。見損なってよシグマ。お前がそんな奴だとは思わなかった。
See, I feel like this is the route that you're supposed to get in first. That way you go to the other route afterwards.
いいかシグマ。よく覚えておけ。私はこの屈辱を決して忘れない。いつか必ず、お前に制裁を下す。エーラプサムセメレオッカシオネム。
Ah, that's a longer phrase.
ラテン語の。一度過ぎ去ってしまった機会は、
Not
ユ
even
ピテルで
Jupiter
さえも
can
取り
find
戻
a
す。
lost opportunity.
ユピテルは
Okay.
ローマ神話の主神、神々の頂点に君臨する。全知全能の存在のことだ。
Kind of like Zeus for Greek
その
mythology.
全てを可能にするユピテルでさえも。お前は過ちを、それをやり直すチャンスはもう二度と。
Okay. Too bad, Fi. I have a bunch of other paths that I've already done before this. I turned away from Fi. I couldn't stand to look at her anymore. In front of me were Kay and Clover. Their eyes bored into me with cold disapproval, and I looked away. They'd both chosen an ally, as promised. The only person who'd betrayed anyone was me. The only person with 9 BP was me. Little wonder I wasn't very
どち
popular.
らに行かれるおつもりで？
まさか
You better
9
not
の
try to
扉を
leave.
開くつもりじゃないよね。
The other time that happened, we got stopped. For a moment, I considered the unthinkable. Could I break through them and reach the door? If I was through, I'd be out of the game, free from their judgment. But no, I couldn't do that. How could I possibly justify leaving them all behind so I could escape on my own? Why had I chosen betrayal? In my memory, it seemed like an almost flippant choice, as if I had just been curious to see what would happen. If betrayal was what I wanted, I should have made that choice with commitment. There I was, and I couldn't turn back. Even if I didn't try to open number 9 door, they would all be suspicious of anything I did. Trust is easy to break and hard to repair. Unless I could somehow turn back the clock, I was stuck with the consequences of my actions.
エーラプサムセメレオ、一度過ぎ去ってし
How could I do something that was beyond the reach of a god? Why hadn't I just chosen ally? What would be happening to me right now? I would be leaving? Because we did try that this time. We tried to be nice first, and it didn't work. What if, what if, what if? Then Fi spoke and I blinked.
シグマ、安全のためだ。このまま BP が9であるお前を、悪いがしば
my
らく
gosh.
眠っててもらうぞ。
Guys,
いい
really?
な。
Started to turn around, but it was already too late. Felt a heavy hand slam into the back of my neck. See, the only time they ever beat someone up for having 9 points is me. They don't beat anyone else up, and it's mean. Game over. It just game overed. They killed us. They hit us too hard. Come on, guys. You gotta be a little more careful, please. Oh, wait, what? The lock is unlocked now? Wait, the what?
シグマさん、協力をいいんですか？間違いなく。
Not confidence. I already know.
わかりました。行きましょう。
Okay. So they finally put it into play. The I already know situation that happens in some of the other routes.
アンビデックス一同。
I'll just jump back again. Betrays. Because we went through the other route.
結果各自。
So what's our reaction going to be this time? Okay.
するとお前も覚えてるわけだな。
So you remember.
さっきの。
The other round too. This time we do remember. Sort of. That wasn't even close to the response I'd expected. It felt anticlimactic. Hey, hold on a minute here. You know? You remember how I chose Betray last time in round
もちろんだ。
2? Oh yeah, because we get a different response this time because we actually went into the
だからこそ、言っただろ。私はいつか必ず。
Yeah, I do remember that. This is making me take...
そうだ。
Wait, no, that didn't make any sense. Something wasn't right. How could we both know about an earlier round 2? How could there have been an earlier round 2? Was it some sort of alternate history? What the hell was I thinking? That was conspiracy theory shit. Even if there was some sort of alternate timeline or universe or whatever, there was no way I could know what had happened in it. No way I could know. At least, I didn't think there was any way I could know. If I could, then how? I remembered Phi choosing Ally, and scowling at me when I broke my promise and sworn revenge.
いいかシグマ。私はいつか必ず。
Why did I know that? Perhaps more importantly, why did Phi remember? What the hell did any of this mean? It had happened before, hadn't it? During round 1 of the AB game when I was playing against Alice. I'd seen something. Phi and I had chosen Betray. But for some reason, I'd seen a reality where we'd chosen Ally instead. Suddenly I realized I wasn't alone. I looked up to see Luna, Clover, and Kay. They all began to speak at once.
一体。
ファイさん、なぜ裏切りにと。
そうだ、裏切りを選んだの。
I looked away and scowled. For several long moments, her eyes stared off into the distance, and I could also see her mind working. Finally, she sighed and spoke.
とにかく、悪いが。
Okay.
決まってるだろう。あの旧
Yada
の
yada
扉。
yada, you're gonna try and leave. What's gonna happen this time? Last time we got voided, where we ended up in a void.
邪魔だ。どけ。
Okay, and this part is all skipping. I felt myself speaking before I even knew what the words were. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Are you sure this is how you want it to end? What about the Nunner game? Zero? The bombs? You still don't know the truth about any of it. If you leave now, we never will. Is that really what you want?
わかっ
That's
たよ。
fine. I slowly let go of the lever. Look, I'm sorry about betraying you. I'm honestly not sure why I did it.
そのことならもういい。今回はお前が協力を選び、これでおあいこということにしてやろう。
You are so flippant by You change your mind so
お
easily.
二人とも
Also,
さっ
everyone
きか
else
ら
is
何
gonna
の
be very,
あの時って
very confused.
もしかして
無駄だ。
Eh,
やめてお
Don't worry
け。
about
彼
it.
女たちに話しても。おそらく
yeah, you're right. Everyone's just like, wait, what?
とにかくその
考え直してくれたってことで
See,
いい
this
ですよ
is
ね。
so annoying. This is one of the biggest annoyances I have. Is they attacked me for having the 9 points, but they're fine with 5, even though I wasn't gonna leave either.
ああ、ここに留まることに決めたよ。シグマが言った通り。
The games will keep going.
ヒヤヒヤさせないで。
Whatever. Fine, I guess. We'll keep moving.
アンビデックスゲートはなお
Yep,
これ
star
を
keys. There you go. Many times as you want, huh?
星の
That
カー
means-
ドキーを使えば。なん
ただし
Yeah.
立て続けにゲートが開放されてから投票が締め切られるまでには時間
これまでの2回によると
Yeah. There's a
45
there
分
is
間に
that
設定されてるみたいですね。
time limit. It'll take some time, but you can still do it decently. Definitely faster than you could before when you had to go through the chromatic doors, do the puzzles, and all that stuff.
確かゼロウサギが言ってたよね。
Did he?
AB ゲートが閉まると同時に、
Yeah.
それから
I guess that was just a segue of pointing it out. It's like, we are a red soul.
私は紫。
私も同じ。
ってことは、四つ葉さん。
うん。
Cool.
じゃあ、私の相方は誰になるんだ？
One of the four
私
that
は
got
水
left
色のペアな
behind.
んだか。
この中にはいないようですね。私は
There we go. And then Clover, our magenta pair, buys a cyan pair and Casey yellow pair. Who am I supposed to partner
お
up
そら
with?
く
ファイト。
シ
Who
グマ
figure
さ
that?
ん水色は
Green and
それに
blue.
シグマさんの赤をく
Add red.
その通りです。
I still don't completely understand their logic behind that, but whatever. We're just gonna go with it.
次に開くべき CD の色は
え
なぜ知ってる？
見たからです。資料室を抜けて道なりに進んだところにそこで
The white
ま
door. We know about them already. We've seen them many times, yet we've only actually entered them twice. Out of all the branching paths that we have, only twice have we entered them.
それビオトープの探索を終えた後で
Down the exact same path, too.
扉の脇にはあの白い扉が次
ってことは、今医務室にいる4人も白い扉の存在を。
ええ探索中に倒れたクオーク君を
Cool, so we're the last two to figure it
おそ
out.
らく
Wonder what colors they are.
今のところそれから
So someone's gonna be cyan, someone's gonna be yellow,
シグマさんが赤ソロであることを考
and
え
then the
る
green and blue solos.
と残る
Yep.
とにかく私アリスとクオークのことが
じゃあ私も。
私も行きましょう
Oh, that's right. Hey, guys. One thing I need to
伝え
tell
て
you.
置きたい。
こと
I meant to say something earlier, but I guess there was just so much other stuff going on. I looked at Phi. She nodded back. The truth is,
なんですって
are we gonna mention Dio?
暗部室が見つかったっていうの？
Oh, the bomb. I totally forgot that that was actually a big
ど
deal.
こにあったんですか
Oops. Cool. Yeah, we found the
そんな
number one bomb.
私たち
We
が
don't
探
know
索
where the
見
zero
落と
bomb
しないよ絶対にない私とテミョ
It also wasn't exactly hard for us to see when Phi pointed it out, so... That's what the one we found in the crew quarters said 03 on it.
02
Well,
が。
その可能性はた
yeah, there's 2 more bombs. One is actually in a room that we cannot access.
みんなで手分けして探してみましょう。その
Or at least
02 の
none
爆
of the
弾を
teams went in there.
ですが、
どうすべきかは今はひとまず
Yes.
それを見つけ
Find
る
the bombs
敵の
first.
姿が見えないことには。それじゃあ私は
お願いします。
念のため、
Alrighty.
待ち合わせの時刻を決めておきませんか？
Yeah, probably a good idea.
次の第一扉が
Just under 2 hours.
1
So
時間
plenty of time.
ではそのおよそ半分
So the 1 hour mark.
わかりました。
了解だよ。他のみんなにも伝えておく。
Sounds good. And we split up and search. Yeah, the only one I'm not sure on is gonna be Bomb Zero. It's either gonna be Director's Office or the Archives. It's gonna have to be one of those 2 locations. And here we are, taking a look at Warehouse B and the white chromatic doors. These are the white doors that Kay and Clover were talking about. Yeah, there's the lock thing. No question, these are chromatic doors, I guess.
そのようだな。
Hi,
さっきから
when did you...
ずーっとお前のそばにいたが。
The whole time. Seriously? Didn't notice you at all.
感覚器官が衰えてるんだな。かわいそうに。
What do you want? Why are you stalking
別に
me?
つけてきたわけではない。ついてきただけだ。
It's pretty much the same thing. But how did you do it? You were totally silent. You
だから
Batman.
それについては否定しただろうが、最初に AB ルームの中で。
Whatever, fine. You still haven't explained that you're a really good jumper.
なあ、そんなことよりもシグマ、
Ah, yes, to point out the question. The 9th line, 8th sun. Is this gonna be our hint towards the ID?
どうして？
Oh, we actually, we noticed it this time instead of having Vi notice it for us.
ああ。さあ。ところで、
Nah, it always
文
means
章の
something.
意味は前半はラテン語なんだが、
Yeah, give me a little credit. Even I know what Memori means. You see it all over the place. As far as I know, it translates to something like be aware of death or remember your mortality. Never forget that we all die someday. I guess it's a sort of cautionary
じゃあ
thing?
後半の方は
It's exactly what it says on the tin, right? Some sort of conditional about lions and suns. Anything
い
come to
や、
mind?
ない、全く。シグマの方こそ。
Me? Let's see. Memori. 9th line, 8th sun. I repeated the words over and over in my mind. Nothing. Whatever they meant, beyond me. But perhaps by...
え？
Latin. Don't you know Latin? Maybe you could figure
別
more
に
of it
詳
out.
しいわけではない。人よりは少しだけ知識があるという程度
You
だ。
sure seem to know a good bit by... How do you know that phrase? Oh, that
あ
one.
あ、あれは
That? Yeah. Oh? She unpinned the brooch on her chest and, as she spoke, held it out. I hesitated for a moment and took it.
裏を見てくれ。
Ah, the pin. Oh, and I know where that pin comes from. All the shifting in Zero Time Limit. So I guess the I is pronounced like a J in that, huh?
ああ。亡くなった母の。いや、正確には、
What does that mean?
その後、私は養父母のもとで育てられることになったそのブローチが、母の残した唯一の形見だって。いない、非嫡出子ってやつだ。
I mean, odd situation.
顔もわからなければ、名前も知らない。生きているのかどうかさえも。
He sort of is. I couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed her back the brooch.
私にとっては、呪文のような言葉だったんだ。小さい頃から。何か決断に迫られた時には、繰り返し。何度も。そのうちにすっかりと覚えてしまって、ラテン語にも興味を持つようになって、エーラプサムセメルオッカシを一度過ぎ去ってしまった機会はいい言葉だろう。だが、どうやら我々は、だってそうだろう。
Look at us, we've done what Jupiter
我
can.
々は、一度、それが、お前を追ってきた理由だ。この件について。一度
Yeah,
とは
I
い
agree.
え、我々、そうだ。
Find that
というわけでこの倉庫に爆弾はなさそう、隠せそうなところも見当たらない。
Yeah,
だから
there's not really anywhere to hide it.
ああ、
Yeah, go somewhere else. Maybe
ほら
the archives?
何をボケ、さっさと行くぞ。
Gotta move on. We can talk as we go, I guess. Without waiting for a reply, she turned and started toward one of the exits. I followed. Okay. Back we go. And this one... Is this... Yeah, this is the archives. If the bomb is in here, that'll be kind of nice. Finding 2 bombs in one. It'll actually allow us to find all 3 bombs. But I think this one might be the route where we go back up to the crew quarters when we explode. The archives. Good place to hide a bomb. Now, where do we start
とに
looking?
かく、手当たり次第に調べていくしかないだろ
So what about that
う。
Jupiter
探し
stuff?
ながらでもできる。手を止めずに聞いてくれ。
And get started. Get looking. I turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Phi spoke.
結論から言おう。
It's a red book.
どうやら我々の意識は、時間を飛び越えることができるらしい。いや、時間をというのは正確な表現ではないの。正しくは、世界をだ。そうだ。この場合の世界とは、言うまでもなく、今とは違う。別の歴史によって構成された世界。
Yep.
多世界解釈って、
Kind of. I think I've heard of it
な
once
ん
or
とな
twice.
くか。
This is not going to be our first time
まあ
having
い
to
い。
explain.
一応説明。
So,
例えば、シグマ。何でもいいから、何か動作をしてくれないか。頭をかくとか、腕を組むとか。
okay. I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did as she asked. Applause! Yeah!
なるほど。お前は今、拍手だが、お前の決断次第によっては、いちいち細かいことを気にす
That's
るの。
not the point.
あくまでも可能性の話だよ。もしかしたら、そうして別の動作を行ったシグマも、要するに歴史が、お前が今、その動作を行った説。瞬間瞬間の人々の決断、
That
行
one's a
動、
very complicated
それ
looking
らに
one.
よって、歴史は無数に枝分かれしていく。
Although it just looks complicated, it's still pretty easy to follow. Except for weird situations like this one where you have a curve.
その枝の一
Not
つ
sure
一
what
つ
that's
に、
supposed to be.
それぞれ異なった世界が存在し、その世界の一つ、例えば、もしも自分が、もしもあの時、もしもあの時、もしもあの時、もしもあの時、そのもしもは、果たして本当にもしもなのだろうか、あるいはどこか別のというのが、ものすごく簡単。
Different
ところで、
situations. Yeah.
私は 世界が枝分かれしていく原因、動物の行動や昆虫の営み、微生物、
so many different things that can change.
では、お前には意志があると言えるの？お前の決断や行動のすべては脳細胞の働きによって支配されている。
This is kind of going back to what we saw way back early on.
さらにそれを
in the Golden
細かく分解していくと、やがては素粒子に行き当たることになる。それら素粒子の一つ一つの振る舞いが、だとすると、大気の揺らぎも、お前、
Uh-huh.
そもそも人間の存在とは、
Pretty philosophical there.
お前が恋をすることと、チューリップが花を咲かせることと、大きなくくりでいい。すべては素粒子の振る舞いによって変化していく。その一つ一つがどう動くかによって、
Although
歴
it's
史は変わり、
easiest for us to just
世界は
focus
枝分か
on
れしていくことに
our
なるんだ。
action. The human ones. Those are the ones we actually have a difference on.
おい、その箱の中は、もう
Oh,
引き
not
続
yet.
き、多世界解釈の話だ。実はこれ、難しい話は
Okay.
あ、
Where are you
シグ
trying to go
マ、
with this
お
one?
前が持ってるその箱。
Hi, Box. You were part of the puzzle, I'm sure, but now you're just an example to us. And the box I'd been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
あとは、おう。あんなとちょうどいい。
Numbing the sun
同
as
じ
per
猫科の
usual.
動物ってことで、あいつ、
No clue what she said there. That she grabbed the line and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She also took a weight and a name chart and put the name next to the line.
よし、これで準備完。キャビンに、シュレディンガーの猫について書かれた本があっただろう。
Yeah,
これから
Schrodinger's cat.
あの話をしようと思う。
We're finally getting a connection to
とりあえず、
Schrodinger's cat.
は
Cool.
話はすぐに終わるよ。いいから頼む。
Never shrugged and picked up the box.
何がある？
Let's see.
それは今から猫だ。
Okay, there's
生
cat.
きた猫。
A living
そういう
cat.
ことにしてくれ。いいな。
It's a cat.
や
Yeah.
れやれ。またあの癖か。
Yes, this again. Fine. Gonna have to deal
気
with
に
it.
するなと言われても、まあわかったよ。努めて意識しないようにしよう。
For what it's worth. I
で、
kinda love these.
他には何がある？
Oh wait, that's not even palm? And a jar of ink. I'm not sure what that's
運動の方は、放射性物質だ。
A radioactive
一方、
material
インク
and
の
poisonous gas. Getting out
バ
of
カ、
here.
仮の話だよ。真に受けるんじゃない。想像力を駆使して。
Imagine.
運動は
Imagination.
インク
Radioactive
の瓶に
material full of
そう
poisonous gas.
イメー
Cool.
ジできたみたい
With
だ
a
な。
live cat stuck in there.
ところで、
Awesome.
毒ガス放射性物質からアルファ粒子が放出されると、その途端に
Well,
パリ
that's
ー
a
ンと割れ
pretty
てしまうんだ。
fragile type of
1時
glass.
間以内にそれが放出される確率は2分の1。50% ということにしておこうか。さて、この
Close the lid.
それから1時間、ここで
Hour
問
has
題。
passed. 50% chance that the cat is alive or
箱の
dead.
中の猫、今はひとまず、箱を叩くのは禁止だ。ゆするのもダメ。さらにこの箱には、完全な防音処置が施されているから、
It's also
猫の鳴
soundproof.
き、その前提
Cool.
で、もしもアルファ粒子が放出され、
It breaks, gas splits box, cat inhales it, death will whisk
じゃあ
her
逆
away.
に、
Then the
そ
cat
れぞれ
lives.
の確率は。
50%.
では答えてくれ。箱の中の猫。勘でもい
You
い。
can't
お前は
know.
どっちだと？
It's alive?
残念。外れ
No,
だ。
you're right. It
そ
did.
れも外れ。
They don't
正解
know.
は、生きている状態でもあり、死
Because
んでい
you
る
have
状
no
態
way
でも
of
あるだ。
knowing.
素粒
It's
子
a
の世
weird
界では、
theory.
そういうことになるんだよ。例えばある原子が、上向きのスピンをしているのか、下向き観測される前のその状態は、2つの可能性が重なり合ったまま共存
It
してい
could
ると
either be
解釈される
spinning
んだ。
up or
そ
down.
してそれは、アルファ粒子も同じ。それが放出されたか否かは、 確率によってしか伺えどちらであるかは観測されるまで分からず、分からない時のその状態はどちらか一方に確定しているわけでは両者の可能性が従って
Cool,
蓋を開
but
ける
also
前の箱の
feels like
中
a
の
really
猫は
roundabout way of saying something that's not even that important.
そうだ。そして
We open the
こうして
lid.
蓋を開け
Ta-da! It's alive!
にゃー、よかったな。猫は生きてるみたいだぞ。とにかくこれがシュレディン多世界解釈とはその不可解な現象。まあそういうこと。
Cool. There's also a world out there where if I didn't take that long to explain all of this.
ところでお前、いつの間にか猫語のくせ
Your story was
突
pretty
拍
insane.
子。
I mean... You're right. Events in the future can determine the past.
ああ、まさにその。お前は実際に
We literally thought about that earlier with the whole situation. with
思い
Alan.
出してほしい AB ゲームの
Well, that
お前が
round
裏
too.
ところがそうだな。ちなみに私はいずれの場合も締め切り時刻の1分前に投票を済ませている。お前がボタンを押し
Right before the deadline. So a decision in the future affected the
そうか。
past.
だとしたら話は早い。お前が裏切りを選んだらお前が協力を選ん。しかし私がボタンを押したのはおかしいと思わないこの奇妙な現象。
Yep. My choice in the future altered your action in the past.
シグマを基準として考えるなら
There is no other way to interpret it apparently. Cool, whatever. We've gone over this many times by now. As I thought about it, round 1 had been the same way. Yeah! It was! When I'd chosen ally, Alice had chosen betray. And when I'd chosen betray, she'd done the opposite.
今さっきそこでこれを使って
We don't need more examples, jeez. Toss the dice in the box and quickly shut the lid.
さあ、サイコロの目はいくつだと思う？
Again, it could be any one of those. We're gonna go with Snake Eyes.
よし。
And it was
見事
Snake
だな、シグマ。
Eyes.
当たりだ。
Cool.
果たして
Just
そうかな。
Was it?
ここ
Sure,
で
whatever.
蓋を開く前のこと、その時、サイコロの目はいくつになっていたと思う？
Another explanation.
サイコロだって素粒子の量子的な作用が働いていないとは言い切そう考えられないこと。あるいは、お前がサイコロの目、
You're getting too much into
未来
this.
のお前の選
You
択
should
が
have stuck with the initial
過去を変えたのかも
explanation,
し
which
れ
was
ないってこ
multiple
とだよ。
world theory.
さて、後半は脈絡なく話して、
Cool.
世界は
Whatever.
量子的な振る舞いによって、どうやら我
I
々
don't
は、
care anymore.
その枝から枝へと言うまでもなく、どこか別の世界に存在するもう一人の自分。
We did not need the whole off-topic situation.
あ
Uh-huh. And she just didn't care to explain it at the
あ、そう
time.
みたいだな。ただし残念なことに、ジャンプを行った時、その前の記憶が、つまり、跳躍する前の世界で経験した出来事を
Oh, so
完
it's
璧
the
に
first
覚えてい
time
る
that
わけ
she's
では
done
ないという。
that.
それはぼんやりと、おぼろげな、従って、なぜ知っているのかと問われても、
I just knew. We've had a lot of situations with that one now.
それが分かれば苦労はしない。
It's because resonating with Bai and actually Clover as well, and Tenmyoji if he's Junpei. A lot of different people.
我々がここに閉じ込められたことと、無関係ではないだろうな。おそらくゼロボスの真の目的と何かつながりがあるに違いない。
To be fair, the other two non-area games were also to test the morphogenetic
そうでなければキャビンの中にこれ見よ。 あるいはこの建物の内部の方。あ、そうだ、外の世界の歴史が。
Cool, whatever. I had 1,000 other questions before I could open my mouth to ask them. Totally lost track of time, didn't we?
よくここにいたんだ。
何か。
見つかったの。何がって、そんなの決まって爆弾だ
You
よ。
found the last
半
bomb.
物質爆弾。
Cool.
ナンバー02の爆弾が制御室にあったんだ。
Wait a minute. Control room? Oh.
うん。
確かに例の爆弾だな。
So we now know the location of all the bombs.
いや、そう K が言っていた通り、ゼロ。
The number 0 bomb.
知らせたっていう、そもそも
じゃあ誰が。
K とルナ2人が爆弾を見つけて、それで医務室に知らせに来て、みんないたよ。天明寺さんとディオ。
Everyone
そ
but
れからも
us.
ちろん、ただ
ではその2人を除けばこの爆弾の存在。
シグマとファイを一度ここに来て爆弾があることを確かめ
Everyone
てから
has to
ね。
split up and go find us.
小工場2人とも
Okay,
すや
nothing's
すやと
changed
安年の
from
ため
then.
バイ
Good
ト
to know. Pi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
医務室にいた4人の番一応色を確か。
Sure, whatever, I guess. Took only a moment to explain. Alice is a green solo, Quark is a blue solo, Dio is a yellow pair, and Kanyoji is a cyan pair.
次に開くことに従って。
We only have the one option. Pi and Kanyoji. Got it. That's the only pair.
次は
The only grouping I
そう
care
だ、
about.
白の第どうするもな。第二飛びもしも開く。そういうことだ。
アリスの子。私ルナにも手伝ってもらう。
確かに同じチームにあいつに任せておけば。
Yeah. Easy. Hey, Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with our
だ
mech.
からって最悪の場合は半径数。
Wait, a couple hundred kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but that's nowhere near the kind of yield
あ
you're
るか
talking
もしれ
about.
ないんだ。場合によっては
Set off something bigger?
水消滅反応炉で使用するために。
そういう今世界には合計で18機の水消滅反応炉が存在してるって言われてるんだけど、もしもあれがここに保管されてる反水素原子の量は 3.5kg。
Cool. So, no, yeah, the initial bomb goes off, and then the rest of it goes off. Okay.
そうなるね。だから
広島に投下された原子爆弾の1万倍のエネルギーが放出されることになるな。
And the Hiroshima bomb. That wipes out continents. We don't want one of those things exploding.
ところで四つ葉、水消滅反応炉の
Yeah,
件に
how do
ついて
you
だよ。
know that, Clover?
それはその
Your training, you
仕
say?
事の
Of course. I didn't realize waiters these days need to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide, or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe,
カ
do
フェ
you?
バーのこと。そっか。じゃあお米を炊く機械のことは。
Okay, this isn't even close.
とにかく
Clover.
カフェバーで働いてる。ただそれはイオシノブ仮の姿だったりもするんだけど。
Yeah,
だったら
it's your real
ご
job,
めん、こ
Clover.
れ以上詳しい
どうして。
秘
Yada,
密
yada,
事
yada.
項
Of
だ。
course you can't.
国家の。
We already know. So you two do work together. Yeah,
大
I
変バングルの残り時間
know. How much time do we
CD
have
のほら
left?
早く
It's a grand total of 55 minutes. Cool.
と
Really?
いうわけだから集合場所の医務室に2人も早くそれじゃ
Bye. Yeah, she's not gonna give us an answer. It's pretty obvious at this point. She's gone! Woohoo! Whatever.
いや
We do need to
待
get
ってて
going,
その前に
What did you do, Kai? That's what I'm wondering.
何をしてたんです
あ
When we arrived, everyone else was already back. Quark and Alice hadn't left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly, any traces of the madness we'd seen earlier, long gone.
四つ葉さんから制御室にあった爆弾。
一体どうすりゃいいんだ。爆弾はこれで3つは。
無論あのまま放置しておくわけにはいかんじゃろうな。何か対策を講じなければ。
And they are bombs.
だったら手っ取り早い方法がある
So I'm wondering if the number 2 bomb just kind of floats between those two rooms, whichever one it can be put in.
手っ取り早い
まずは
緊急解除用のパスワードがそれを入力すれば側面のところにここに専用の端そうすれば
Just connect it and enter the
つまり
password.
いや、その前にパスワードを入力するにはそいつがなければどうすることもできないんじゃないのか。
ご心配なくその件については
Yeah, we have
シ
it.
グマ
Here you go.
これって
We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but then 5 figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
装置のプラグは爆弾のコネクト
Couldn't get it to do anything though. We plugged in a couple of random characters, but all we got was an error. Wow, what if you had set it off doing that?
というわけでアリスが言っていた専用の端末については
じゃがど
It
う
was
し
in the
ゼロボスが
controller. It
用意
was,
してたっ
because
て
Zero
こと
Senior also gave us a
だ
password.
とすると爆弾
No,
それ
not
ってなんか
necessarily.
おかしくないですか？ゼロボスの目的は私たちにノナリーゲームをさせることにあるわけでしょ？
Yeah, Zero wants us to play,
どう
so
して
he
爆
wouldn't
弾なんて
blow
も
us
の
up.
を？
誰かがとんでもないルール違反を犯したらこの施設もろとも吹っ飛ばすつもりでいるんじゃないのか。
そんなの変でだって私たちがはめているバングルには
Yeah,
はい、
no,
もしも
it
誰か
just
がルール
doesn't
違
line
反を
up.
犯したら
We know who the bomb was set by, and it was not Zero. At least, we're pretty sure it's not Zero.
いずれにせよ
But we don't.
一つ
We
だけ
actually
確か
have
なこ
not
と
yet
がある
confirmed that bit. One thing we can be
爆
sure
弾を仕
of.
掛けた犯人はそいつがゼロボスなのかどうかはとも当然のごとくそいつは緊急解除用のパスワードを知っているはず
So,
だ
Dia,
としたらその犯人を突き止めて
爆弾の機能を停止させることができる。
そういうことだそれが私の言ったもっ
yeah, that'd be
さあ
quick and easy.
爆弾を仕
Minute.
掛けたのは
It was a Dio, or left, however you want to view it.
と言ったところではいそれは私ですなんてそこでこれから
We're gonna be
ボデ
checking.
ィ
ああそうだ
Yep.
設置された爆弾は遠隔操作式従って犯人は
Hey,
それを
remote control.
そいつをこれから
その通り
でも
でもはなしだ
Nope.
もしも拒否したら
That
即座にそいつを犯
that
人と
does
みなす
implicate you, and if it's not you, you have no reason to
疑われた
refuse.
くなかったら素直に従うことだいいな
Yeah, if you get searched and if you're innocent and you get searched,
さてと
there's no reason to.
それでは早速だが
be
はじ
fair.
まず最初にチェックを受けてもらう
Okay, start with Sigma. Or how about start with Dio? You could start with Dio, I think.
どうして
Yep. The words are out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
知ってるってお前
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. Time to do it again! Are we gonna get our final password this way? Yep. Except we want to be more careful this time, because we know what, happened. That person is you! Dio!
何よお前たわけたことを。
Ooh, it's part A. Oh, we're about to find out. Sorry, okay, but can you hold him down?
いや、
On him, I
ふざ
promise.
けるな。それじゃ前後が逆。
So, this isn't a court. Besides, all we want is to know who set the bomb. And why are you being so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then a search will show that, and I'll look like an idiot.
悪いがそんなデタラメな論理に従うわけにはいかねえんだよ。
It's true, though. Sigma will look like a huge idiot if it's
そ
not
もそも
on.
根拠は何なんだ。どうして俺が犯人だなんて。
I can tell you. I can tell you that you exploded us previously, but I don't think you're gonna believe it.
何を。
I know about the Myrmidon.
クレイ
The Myrmidon. What? Everyone else is confused. Clover.
なんでシグマが知ってるの？
Exactly. That's not all I know. Greek Soul, Brother.
おい、そいつは一体何なんだ？
Spy doesn't remember this. I can tell you the details later. There's no question that you were the one who set the bombs.
お前な。ヨタ話もいい加減にしろよ。俺はクレイドールズなんて組織のことは知らねえし、フリーザソウルのことも、ブラザーなんて老いぼれのことも。
Oh, Dio. Tell me, how does that fit with who the Myrmidons are? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons are people. And what about Brother? How do you know his age if I hadn't said anything besides his name?
それじゃあディオがあのテロ組織のリーダーレ
テロ
組織。
Oh dear.
残念ながら、これ以上
Yeah,
今から
that's
は
because
で
we
き
have
そう
all
も
the
ね
info straight from you,
え。それ
Dio.
にしても、一体いつからクレイドールズはそんなに有名になったんだ。
It's called You're a Blabbermouth,
シグ
Dio.
マや四つ葉が知ってるようなメジャーな組織じゃないはずなんだがな。
And again, they're not well known. Except the fact that you keep talking about them. Every time you think you're gonna win, yet you'll blabber on and on about them. And we just happen to have the power to transfer our consciousness between
確
histories
かに。
and keep that
認めよう。
information.
俺はクレイドールズのリーダー、本名はレフトという。ゼロボスが企てた計画、AB 計画を阻止するために、
Yes,
俺
I
はこ
knew
の
it.
施設へと送り込まれてきた。
Zero's
爆弾を仕掛けたのは計画が達成されそうになった時にはこの建物もろとも吹っ飛ばすようにと指示されていて、
何なのよ。
What is his AB plan? Are you gonna tell
さ
us?
すがにそこまでは知らなかったか。うっかりと口を滑らせちまったが、まあいい。
Please tell us, Dio. Please be more of a blabbermouth.
どのみちお前らはここでくたば。
くたばる。
You're gonna hit the button. I leapt toward him.
おっと、それ以上近づくな。
And Alice is out, so we can't use her to our advantage to deal with him.
一歩でも足を進めてみろ。次の瞬間にはお前らの体は
ということは、今あなたが手に。
Yeah,
反物
there's
質爆弾の。
まあそういうこと。分かったら
Guess it is.
さっさと。
ディオさ
playing
ん
cool.
そのスイッチを押したらディオさんも爆発に巻き込まれることになるん
Already
ですよ。
seen it. He doesn't
あ
care
あ
about
別
that.
にどうせ俺には代わりがいるんだからな。いいからうだ
Really?
うだ言ってねえで
Sigma didn't remember
さっさと
that
下がれよ。
Okay. Back.
ほら早くしろ。
You really want to listen. You need to get info out of him first and then explode. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us except for one, and Myoji.
おいじじい、耳が遠くて聞こえなかった。下がれと言ってるんだ。
断る。
No.
貴様、俺は本気だぞ。
そうか。
Okay.
ならばさっさと押すがよい。
So why haven't you done it then,
そ
Dio?
の起爆装置とやらのスイッチを。
天明寺さん。
ほら、どうした？
Wait a minute.
早くせんか。
Hold on. Kenmyoji's calling his bluff, and I think it's because the only activation is if it gets further away from him. It's not an actual button. Or I may be wrong.
おや、指先が震えておるようじゃの。怖いのか？怖いんじゃろう、貴様。え？
このクソじじい。
やはりただのハッタリじゃったか。
Okay. So he's willing to eat the poison, but he's not willing to hit the
ハッ
button.
タリなんかじゃねえ。いいか。
At least not right
見て
away.
ろよ。
ああ、しかと見届けてやるとも。だがその前に一つだけいいことを教えてやろう。貴様が持っておるその起爆装置じゃがな。実はそれ、偽物なんじゃよ。
Since when did a fake get... What?
No.
For just an instant. Oh, it was a diversion tactic. Duh. That's actually clever, Tenmyoji. That's clever. For just an instant, Dia's eyes twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed.
Yeah!
Bunkin! He cried out as he leapt for the air. Tenmyoji's legs shot out, knocking the detonator from Dia's hand. Not good. Doesn't have it anymore, which means it activated again. Unfortunately, Sigma wasn't able to stop it. He knew it was coming,
赤い
but
ラン
it
プが
didn't matter.
バカなこと。年がいもなくカッコつけようとするからこういうことになるんだよ。
なんじゃと？
Sorry, this is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how it worked. This detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. It is, and the timer on the bombs automatically activates.
やれやれ。お前一体どこまで知ってんだ。
We know a lot, all thanks to your blabbermouth.
まあいい。とにかくシグマが言ったあの起爆装置は俺の体から1メートル以上離れると爆弾に向かってタイマーを作動させるよう命令を。要するに天明寺がバカなことをしてくれたおかげで爆弾は遠隔操作式から次元式へと変わったってことだ。したがって爆弾に内蔵されたタイマーはすでに作動しちまってるからな。
タイムリミットは爆発するのはいつだ？
シグマ、お前から教えてや。
Got 30 minutes left.
たったの30
Okay.
しかし
Emergency
パス
deactivation
ワードなんて
passwords.
誰も
Dio, give us a new one.
あいにくだが俺はもっともこの中にいた子でもいるってんならあの
世から
それじゃな。
Medium. I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned. Don't let him get the pill this time!
やめろ！離せ！離せ！
He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free on my hand and started to pry, trying to pry his open. He's already got it in his hand. That's why we went for the wrist. Someone help
ふざ
us.
けてんじゃねえぞこれ！離せって言ってんだろうがボケ！
By then, the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then, he refused to stop. In increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed into his mouth.
やむをえ。ルナ、マンドレインを。
Okay, sedate him.
そ
Oh,
んな
that's
ことは分かっ
true.
てる。だが仕方がないだろう。こうしている間にもタイムリミットは刻々と迫っているんだ。いつまでもこいつ。ルナ、何をしている？早く準備を。
今やってます。
This is not the ideal situation. It's better if we get a code out of him first.
できました。いつでも OK です。
さあ覚えてろよ貴様ら。どうせお前らのせいぜい残りの数十分取り乱してざまみろってんだこのクソ野郎どもめ。
ルナ、早くこいつの口を塞いで。
わかりました。
行きます。
Calm down. And we need a code. Give us a code. As they began to climb off of him, I finally pried Dio's hand. There it was, just what I had expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what was in it exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled toward the sink and tossed it into the drain. How much
おそ
time?
らく25分程度ではないかと。
25 minutes again.
次の CD。
Also, 25 minutes. The same as last time. We confronted him at the same time.
それで
Then the password and stuff the bomb.
今ディオの所持品を調べてみたけど、メモ
どうする？
Intuition
そんな
means we don't have our last
デ
code
タラ
yet,
メに
though.
パスワードを。いや、しか
待て、方法ならある。
There's another way.
その前に全員が私の言った通りに動くって約束してくれ。ただしこの2点について守ってくれる。
No questions asked. We all
よし
nod.
まずはシグマ、お前は
Sigma,
私と
let's go.
次に残った4人にお前らはアリス、クオーク。
どういうこと？
質問は禁止と言ったはず。
No questions.
方法は以上になる。
Okay.
それだけですか。
何か文句でもある。私の言った通りに動くと。
That's all you guys need to do.
さあ時間がない。分かったら早速行動開始だ。行くぞ
Get moving.
シグマ。
I turned without waiting and headed for the door. Sparkle blinked, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile. Take care of these guys, okay? We'll see you back on floor B before you know it. So, just trust us, alright? Good. Couldn't think of anything else to say. I turned and ran after Fine. We're heading to the crew quarters. I'm wondering if this is the first vision he saw. Of us standing next to the bomb in here. Bomb number 3. 'Cause yeah, we went into room 2. Okay, so what do we
とりあ
do?
えずパ
Is
ス。
the input device ready? Okay, we have our input device. All hooked up and
残り
everything.
時間は何分だ？
How many minutes? Quick check. 21 minutes. Hey, we took 4
する
minutes
と
to
1
do
個に
that?
つき
Wow.
7分以内に。ただし移動時間
Bomb number 2 is on floor B. Bomb number 1 is really close, actually. Just hurry.
まあないこともない。
Stop being so mysterious and just tell me, please. You're supposed to remember a random code.
そうだ。別
That's
の
what
世
she's
界へ
calling
と。
it.
お前はさっきディオが爆弾を仕掛けた犯人だと言い当てたな。あれは別の歴史で起こっ
Yes.
だったらそれと同じことをすればいい。
Okay. We don't have the code this time. We don't have it yet. So I'm assuming the final path is going to be what we need.
あるいは今と同じ過去へと遡って。ただしその場合は今とは異なった歴史の流れが生み出される。従ってその歴史の中で爆弾を解除し、必ず今のこの歴史へと。とにかく難しい。時間がない。
Yeah,
さっ
just
さと
go.
飛べ。
It's fine.
私はその能力を自在に操る。跳躍の瞬間は
Yeah, Fi
自
hasn't
分
been able to control them yet.
そうか、そいつは
We
困った
sort of
な。
have. We haven't figured out the life in danger kind of situation.
なあ、すでに我々の意識は、だが前の歴史の記憶は、というか、そこで本当は、だとすると、
Yep.
あ
Just
なんとなく、
remember.
どうだ、
So
思
we're
い
gonna
出
get
さない
locked
か
out
シ
of
グ
this
マ。
one because I don't think
爆
we
弾
have
03の
all
ど
the
こか別の
codes.
世界で。
Stared down at the input device. Password. Password. I did remember it. I had heard it. Just the last one we did, actually. Same way we know that Dio is the one who placed the bombs. Okay. I don't actually remember the password itself, so let me go pull that up. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Our bomb codes for bomb number 3. It's gonna be L X Q L H C N M R. Go. Bomb 3. Clear.
低下したぞシグマ。解除成功だ。
I sighed and wiped what felt like a bucket's worth of sweat from my forehead.
やっぱりお前知ってたんだな。パスワード。
Yep, we did.
別の歴史で知ったのか。その歴史では一体何が？
A lot. There was a lot that happened in that history, actually.
残り時間は。
And that took a total of 3 minutes.
よし。急ごうシグマ。次だ。次は爆弾。02を止める。
Cause yeah, we have the zero bomb code.
そうだ。
But yeah, we do need one more bomb.
行こう。あ、
And it's
入
actually
力装
gonna
置を
be
忘
the
れ。
next one. Bomb 2 is the one we don't have. Okay. We also don't actually know where Bomb 0 is. Okay, we made it to Bomb 2, but there's nothing we can actually do here because we do not actually have this code.
例の装置は
This is the one code that we're still missing. And we don't actually know where Bomb 0 is.
よし。それでは早速さっきのパスワード。
Okay,
落ち着け。文字を打ち間違えたんじゃない。とにかく。
try it again. Not gonna work. Because they're all 4 of them are separate codes.
パスワード、つまり3つの爆弾には。くそ！
I slammed her foot against the locker, her face uncharacteristically twisted by anger and frustration.
弱ったな。一体どうすればいいんだ。なあシグマ、さっきとは別の歴史で何かパスワードのような。
A different password.
そうだ、本当は。だが今はそれをうまく03の時と同じだ。だとしたら
Another history. Do I know what it is? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was right. It's just in the other path, and we'll finally get the background behind Luna and the bird. We do not actually know this one. The one path we haven't gone down yet. I couldn't remember even a letter of the bomb's password. Had I even seen or heard it anywhere in the first place? I'd seen other histories. But had I seen what I needed? If I hadn't, then it was all over. If I couldn't control my jumps, then what good were they?
シグマ、もう諦めよう。残念だが。
Wow, we spent like 15 minutes on this one bomb trying to input stuff.
最後に一つだけ言っておこう。
We spent a while.
こうして死を覚悟しながらも、その勇気を称えよう。本当に。
I mean, To be fair, what else were we supposed to do? So.
それからもう一つ、お前に会えて、なんだか懐かしいような感じがしたんだ。ありがとう。
Yep, he better be familiar.
さてと、他のみんなが助かってくれ。とにかくいずれにせよ。え？
Some when. I won't let it.
シグマ。
Suddenly, I felt Five's face against my chest. Put my arms around her and held tight. Then, kaboom! Because we were right next to the bomb. Everything went dark. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. That nothingness seems to be the indicator that there's still something I can do. Because it happened before as well. Okay. But we still have 4 more endings to go. So, oh wow. Oh, this one definitely got hidden. Probably because we didn't have that lock that we could get past. But I believe next time we're gonna be able to do it. We're gonna figure things out. I do wonder, how do we survive? Because we've been injected. But it doesn't seem to want to give it to us. We'll have to see. We don't have our password yet, which I'm going to assume is going to be in here. I'm wondering if Bomb Zero will find through here. That's the only one we don't know. But then next week we'll have to do this path. That's all that we have left. Apparently we have quite a few bits after that still. And yeah, we have one more bit. One more puzzle. And then everything else there. Yeah, fine. I can't skip this. Just gonna quickly go through this because I want to go look at our files. Looking in at our archives. Okay, we do still have 2. And one of those is gonna be right here. It'll be the green door. And I'm not sure what the other one's gonna be at this rate. It might be this. Although from what I remember, that was not a great ending. We had pretty much everyone die in that route. So, I don't know. Yeah, we still got a couple endings. I'm thinking both of these 2 might be an ending. That one's definitely an ending because it keeps getting locked away from us. That one will be an ending, and then that will be sort of our true ending. That's my hope, at least, since it seems to be so much longer than anything else. But that's all for next week. I was hoping we might be able to finish today, but they had some more hidden stuff that you couldn't see right away. And so we'll have to come back to that. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be coming back to doing the Somnium Files, where we should be able to finish that one. I believe we're even closer on that one than we were on this one. So that one should be finished. We'll of course have Spooky Night for Saturday. And next week, I don't know which one I'll do yet. But it's either going to be The Vanishing of Ethan Carter or some Stranded Deep. We're going to have to see which one I actually decide on doing, though. But I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye!